partying
1972.
like it's 1972. Yeah.
Hey guys.
All
Hello,
right.
everybody.
All right.
Sorry,
What's up,
a little
everyone?
late. Mr. Scrunch needed a last minute snack before he went to sleep in his little chair here. So,
Dracula.
yes, 80 Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing. So,
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fun fact: this is the first time that they are on screen together since the first Dracula film. So, Hammer of
Wow.
Dracula, or
yes.
yeah, Hammer of Dracula. My bad. Horror of Dracula. Yes, this will be the first time that they are on screen together once more.
Nice.
In
Yes.
the swinging 70s setting, baby. It's
All
gonna
right,
I
be
thought I turned that
80.
off.
groovy.
My bad.
We're just gonna wait for people to get on in here before we
Oh,
begin,
never
of
mind.
course. Hello, secret message chat. I know each and every one of you are waiting for this one.
Yeah.
Tomorrow night we have a music live stream instead, so we're gonna not just share stuff from our own playlist, but we're gonna take
Oh, I love that.
like viewer requests as well. So it's a little bit different, but we'll do one once a month. That way you guys can give us some tunes to listen to as well. You guys really highly requested that. So um and then next week we have a guest host, Horror Miser Monty G. If you don't know who he is, he's a good horror reviewer, new and old movies. So he's going to be joining us for the stream.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nolan, we missed an opportunity to stream Friday the 13th, but that's what everybody does on Friday the 13th. Why would
Yeah.
we want to do what
Right.
everybody's doing on Friday the 13th? I've never
This
been
is
one to
uh,
do that.
a, this is a good Friday the 13th movie, though.
Oh,
You'll
yeah,
see.
for sure. It's cheesy and goofy, and
Yeah. It's very
very
occult, so it fits.
We
Mm-hmm.
missed out on the opportunity tomorrow to play the movie Saturday the 14th, though. And that's
Yeah.
actually a goofy movie. I don't know if you guys ever seen that, but it's actually like a spoof movie on all the slashers.
No, I haven't. Sounds awesome, though.
It's a bad night for Roger and a lot of people Saturdays, right? Yeah, so like one Saturday out of the month, we'll do a music live stream from here on out because you guys really. Or what we'll do is like after a movie, the after show will be the music. We could do that too. That way, it's a little bit easier scheduling wise. Yeah,
Yeah.
always do it differently, Nolan. Always doing it differently. But tonight's film is wacky.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's
It's
Wacky
wacky.
Friday.
definitely this film is definitely, I don't want to say it's like controversial, but it's definitely got unnecessary hate, at least in my opinion. I think it's
Yeah.
aged well, even though it is dated, but you would want it to be, especially with the title called Dracula AD 1972. You would want it
Mhm.
to be very 70s.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and like we said earlier, this is the first time Peter Cushing came back to reprise the role as Van Helsing since Brides of Dracula, and then
Mhm.
the first time Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing worked together as Van Helsing and Dracula since Horror of Dracula. So this is a lot of exciting, and perhaps maybe the hype is what got overhyped back in the day. But
Probably, yeah.
this is Tim Burton's favorite Hammer Dracula film.
And
Oh,
that
it
should say
is.
something.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so you will see a lot of. In fact, he was actually wanting to call Beetlejuice 2024 AD and
He
homage
should
to.
have.
Yeah, he should have,
Huh.
I
which
think
would
he
have
should
been
have.
awesome. But ultimately, he chose not to do so, which for whatever
Because the third
various
one's going to be Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
yeah, and who knows? Maybe he might do the AD on that one, which would be cool. But
That would be cool. Okay, secret message chat saying, "Is this going to be
Is.
as weird as the ninja vampires?"
no, no,
Oh,
it's
no.
it's it's not,
No.
but it's also yes, but no. You'll see what I mean because without spoiling anything, this movie basically starts out like a 70s groovy psychedelic
Yeah,
rock music video.
acid trip.
So this movie has it's noted for its soundtrack. It has a lot of
Mhm.
70s bands and artists on it. So you
Yeah.
are into collecting vinyls or records or tapes or CDs, this might be a good one for your collection if you're into that kind of music. So
Mhm. Okay, and then we have another. Is this one of those that we have to ask if any of you will remake it at the end?
I mean, I would not remake any. I would not remake the final three Dracula films, like
Yeah.
Scars of Dracula, this one, and Satanic Rites. I think that they're fine as they are. I mean, there's no need to remake them.
I agree with that, especially Satanic Rites. I don't think that could be remade because it
Mm-mm.
wouldn't have the same creepy effect as it did when it came out.
Yeah.
When it did.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just.
It would go from cult classic to B movie like really fast.
Yeah. Yeah. And you'll see what we mean when we show this one and Satanic Rites. Like they're just kind of perfect in the time and in the manner in which they were made, I guess, you know.
Yeah. 80 says he needs a wide lapel printed polyester shirt and some bell bottoms.
Yeah.
Hi, Tom and the gang.
What's up, everybody? How
All
y'all
right.
doing?
What's Tom in the game?
We got Disco Dracula tonight.
All right.
Nice.
I know a new Spaceballs is coming. I'm excited.
Yeah, I saw that. That's going to be interesting. Hopefully it'll be
I've
good.
seen the first one only on TV, and it was when I was flipping through, and I watched a little bit of it. I'm like, this ain't Star Wars.
It's the
So I
only
switched it.
it's the only Star Wars movie I'll actually watch because it's funny.
Yeah, and I mean, Rick is in there, so that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that ought to be interesting if they do it right.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Roger. How's it going?
Sup, Roger?
What's up, Roger?
And
Get
tonight's
you.
super chat goal is 10 super chats, and the people will get a producer credit in the
All
contest.
right.
So,
Woo!
thank you all so much for supporting the show via super chats. And if you do also want to donate to us individually, our coffee pages are in the description.
I was gonna say Ko-Fi. No, it's Ko-Fi. No, it's coffee. Looking at it,
I say either way.
Yeah.
So, let's see. We'll a couple more people get in here. Secret message chat. I never thought I would hear Disco Dracula in one sentence. Well, you have today.
And you'll hear it again when we do the Munsters.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, you will.
Which could be a slight nod to this film. You never know.
Could be. Could be. Considering that's a Rob Zombie movie. So,
Yeah.
all right. I think we have enough people here to start.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah. This film began production in September 1971 with the running title Dracula Today, and was filmed in Chelsea and Hertfordshire. So this was actually filmed on location in London rather than sets, I believe. So it's gonna be interesting.
And it's going to be crazy because I don't think there's any weird carriages in this one.
No, not really, except for, well, maybe a
maybe.
little bit at the beginning, but
they're not
yeah,
as obvious.
this film
maybe.
exists because of Count Yorga the Vampire, if anyone's familiar with that series. So because of those were like vampire stories that were placed in like modern time. And so Warner Brothers basically were like, well, you know what, Hammer, why don't you give it a shot? We'll greenlit 2 films. And thus Dracula AD 1972 and its awesome sequel, The Satanic Rites of Dracula, were born. And this film, the one that we are going to show, I just want to say this before we start, it was inspired by the events surrounding the Highgate vampire case. If you're not familiar with that, that is an actual paranormal account of 2 people saying that there were actual vampires in the cemetery in London in 1970. And it was a huge, big thing. They were like, obviously, they got accused of being charlatans and all. It was all made up. And, this was at the peak of the vampire craze of the 70s. You have all the Hammer films. You have, the Bela Lugosi Dracula recirculating again because of the Hammer. Then you have the Count Yorga, like I just mentioned. And then you got these 2 British people being like, there's actual vampires in Highgate Cemetery. And it caused like mass hysteria, mass panic. They should make a film based upon that in its own right, So there's, so they kind of took the folklore of that event of people, really killing vampires or supposedly killing vampires, excuse me, in London. And they made this film, which is kind of cool. So
Yeah.
I think you're in for a treat. The camp is here, though. It is a very campy film, more so than I would say the others, but that makes it have its own unique charm.
Yes.
So I guess without further ado, we're gonna start this bad boy up.
Yeah.
80 wants to know if there were any guys in the bushes in this one.
Kind of.
Yeah, it's a weird
Well,
180. I think you'll like it.
Yeah, it's fun. But without further ado, 3, 2, 1. Dracula AD 1972. Yeah. Woo.
Warner Bros.
Oh, Warner Brothers. Yep.
Harry
They
Potter?
were the ones that. No, not this time.
Damn.
They are the one that. Excuse me. Produced it. For distributed it. I mean, excuse me.
That's pretty cool.
Well, there's no sound. Hang on.
I have
There's no
sound.
sound?
No, not on mine.
I have sound.
I
I just turned it down a little, actually.
Yeah, I just
What
shut it
in
down
the
for me
world?
as well. It's loud. There's no sound
Yeah,
for you though?
No.
Leave and come back.
Okay.
Do we need to
No.
pause it real quick?
Yeah, hang on. All right, let's try it now.
All right. We started again.
There's still no sound from me. That's weird.
Oh. That is weird.
It's okay. I've already seen this movie billions of times. No,
Um,
I want to hear it though. What the heck?
I know, right? It's weird to just watch it.
Yeah. I'm gonna miss this epic carriage scene.
Yes.
Maybe it's your Discord or wait a minute. Can you unmute yourself? And can you see if you can hear me? Hello? Can you hear me?
Hello? I mean,
Are you able to hear me in Discord?
I don't think so.
Go to the cog wheel at the bottom, and then you're gonna want to go to voice and video and make sure your out or your input is your microphone, or output is your headphones or whatever.
There we go. That fixed it. You're a genius, Mage.
You're welcome. They changed that. I don't know. For some reason, that gets
Oh my
messed up
God.
like that.
Dang it. All right, it's okay. Should we give a
You just-
timestamp in case people paused?
Sure, I think that's a
Yeah.
good
Give it-
idea.
Yeah, just give a timestamp
2,
there. Sorry.
3. Oh, holy shit. Okay, there you go.
Oh my goodness. So
2, 10. What?
obviously, if we have those that have, or I guess I should say those that remember our first Horror of Dracula stream, you will notice that this film has
80.
already within it's only been on for like a couple of minutes, right? Well, if you will recall, the original Dracula took place in 1885.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this scene, prologue scene for this, is taking place in 1872. So this is our first, and really, I mean, you can kind of argue Scar's continuity, but I think it kind of flows not as grievous as this.
Yeah.
A massive continuity error within the films. So just pretend that it says sometime after 1885,
Mm-hmm.
and you should be fine.
Are we
So-
going to be really fine?
Yeah, I mean, who cares, right? This is the final two movies. They messed
Exactly.
up. They're like, wait a minute, we forgot we said it in 1885. Oh, well, that's fine.
Another great
'Cause it's like-
transition there.
Oh, yeah, it's so sick. Because it's like, all right, so Van Helsing kills Dracula in 1872, then sends his friend to go be his librarian assistant in 1885. Right. But just look past it, and then there's no continuity errors at all. We can continue. So
No.
one of the cool taglines for this film, though, when it came out in the 70s, was past, present, or future. Never count on the count. And welcome back, Drac. So, yeah.
Nice.
Isn't that nice?
Very nice.
And then when this came out in America, there was a brief clip that was played before the film with actor Barry Atwater, the vampire in the Night Stalker series. He rises from a coffin and basically swears the entire audience as members or devout members of the Count Dracula Society. So it's kind of cool. They were really like, Hammer and Warner Brothers were like, all right, Dracula's in modern time now. Aren't you excited? And most people were like, no, this movie's awful. Like, not going to lie. People hated this film when it came out, but it has now garnered a massive cult following. It's a cult classic, Some people even get really mad when you talk very unfavorably on it, like myself. But,
I really do think we need a modern day vampire in like 2025, 26 or whatever.
Yeah. I saw that
I
there
think
was
that would be
a half-assed Dracula 2025 thing coming out, but it looks awful with the CGI.
So there is a new Dracula thing. See, I haven't seen it. My dad was talking to me about it earlier, and I didn't know what he was talking about. I hadn't seen the trailer, so
it looks too clean to be a vampire movie.
I see.
From what I saw so far.
Christopher Lee.
Yes.
But yeah, I would like people to be on their phones, like more of a comedy type vampire movie, not horror.
Like Dead Loving It.
Yeah. And he's like, wait a minute, what are these little devices,
Yeah.
I mean, it's our phones.
Believe in modern day.
Yeah. Of course not, Roger.
All right. Hell yeah.
Listen to that music, bro.
I know. So right there with that creepy guy looking from the bushes in that one shot is Christopher Namey. I think I pronounced his name right. Now, even haters of this movie say that he arguably steals the show from Christopher Lee in some scenes. And I have to say I agree to some extent. He definitely gives a remarkable performance in this. He's really creepy in this.
Yes, he is. And
his name is Johnny Alucard. That's the character he's playing. So if anybody knows how to spell Dracula backwards, you'll realize that this is Hammer's version of Alucard. So it's kind of cool.
Oh,
yeah, Nolan, I would, but I got no money for that.
Secret Message Chat says, okay, to make a Hammer film, you have to have an artsy background, a lady with boobies, you have to have a man in the bushes,
brandy,
and you have to have brandy and wine milk. Got it. Okay, yes. I got it.
And lots of candelabras.
We do have a person in the bush because this guy's name was Dick Bush.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
hell yeah.
Instead of saying his name is Richard, he just calls himself Dick.
Yeah.
Oops.
Oh no, sir.
I accidentally pressed the space bar.
Nolan tells me to steal the money and make it anyway.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
That'll go over well.
I mean, donations help.
Yeah, that's true.
PayPal, super thanks.
Mm-hmm. Yup, look at that.
All right, let's do. Here we go. You better come through for me. I can't wait for them to play Alligator Man. Yeah.
Cocaine, not even once.
Yeah.
Probably. Why is she so scared?
What?
Hey.
80 was best comment.
Yes, 80.
Because they're used to listening to Mozart.
Oh yeah, groovy.
All right. Now this is going to go on for like 8 minutes. Just want everybody to know. So we're in for the long run tonight.
Yeah. So
I hope you're ready to be groovy, man. Peace out, bro. So this is an American band called Stone Ground.
Oh, wow.
And they were a late replacement for the Faces.
Oh, interesting names back then.
Yes.
but still, they did not have adequate cheese blend like we do.
No.
What the hell? Why would they, like, what is going on?
This is what happens when you spike all the water with acid at a party.
Yeah. And then somebody's mom just walks in and crashes.
Yeah.
Well, there's more old people in there too. What the hell?
That looked like the guy Arthur, almost. Have you guys seen the movie Arthur? He's this rich dude who can do pretty much whatever he wants, but he's drunk all the time.
Oh no, I don't think I have.
No, I haven't seen that yet.
Wow. Things I've seen you guys haven't seen, and things you guys seen that I haven't seen.
Oh, look
All
it!
right.
It's the mom from the Brady Bunch before she
Yeah.
was mom.
Yeah, that's Stephanie Beckham, and she plays Jessica Van Helsing. She's gonna basically be our Hammer Girl for the night, as will whoa. Am I lagging out?
No,
No.
Hello? Can you hear
You
me?
good?
Okay.
You're
It
fine.
looked like my whole system was about to freeze and crash.
Oh,
Okay, thank
no.
God.
Uh-oh.
Anyways, like I was trying to say, Stephanie Beachman or Beckham, whatever. I can't read today, sorry. Is our Hammer Girl, as well as Marsha Hunt, who has not appeared yet.
secret message chat is like, I feel like I'm watching my parents' party tapes and I feel
Yeah.
uncomfortable.
I do not regret showing this film at all.
Me either.
Hey, he's wearing what I have on my icon.
Yes.
Nice.
All right. Just when you wanted it to be over, here's another song.
Yeah.
My mom was
song-
only 7 years old when this movie came out, so not for me, anyways. Like, she's 80s baby.
Yeah.
Well, not
I think
baby,
this
but
is
you know what I mean.
Alligator Man, this song.
To think that I love her face. She's just like, what? She's like, what is going on here? This is not like the parties I'm used to.
They're like, damn hippies.
Why does he look like the guy from The Mummy? He
Yeah,
would be
from
the
Brandon Fraser or
protector.
Oh, look, there's
Yeah.
John Lennon.
Yeah, we encourage you to watch it sober too, Nolan. You'll get it. You'll get it. So.
Oh wow,
Oh,
Nolan.
yeah, that's a bit much, though. Oh my gosh, their eyes, bro. You cannot tell me they're not on something. Holy crap.
Oh,
They
no.
have to be.
They're definitely on LSD.
Oh yeah, look at that. Nobody normally does that. No. How long are they going to be under that damn table? Like, holy shit.
Until they're finished.
4
Yeah,
years
we-
later.
Yeah. We have quite a bit of Hammer Girls tonight. I believe that was no, that was not Yannick Key. We already missed her. But I believe that is what's her name?
Why are the old
Golly.
people there?
Right. I'm so confused.
Yes. Caroline Monroe as Laura Bells.
Top of the game.
Why does she look at the camera? That broke the fourth wall.
Top of the game says it's like when your parents come home early when you throw a party when they're out of
Yeah.
town.
They're like, you were supposed to not come back until Monday. It's Saturday. What the hell?
I have a vape called Texas Codeine. Well then, 80.
Interesting.
I am so confused by the attire too. Some people are dressed like it's 1920s, the others dressed like it's 1970s, the rest is 1800s. He finally has to leave that girl alone.
I feel like I want to say like the intention of this scene was to kind of awkwardly transition us from like the Gothic time period into the 70s.
To the modern.
So that's why you got
yeah.
that's why you got like the older people who are like, oh, I'm so offended by this psychedelic music.
Yeah.
And they're all dressed like in the 20s, and then you got the 70s kids.
But the thing is,
Buffy,
why
there are
aren't
hippies
they
in the drawing room.
it's such a weird transition though, because like
I honestly think though, like this scene right here is so awesome.
it really
And I
is.
think Christopher does a great job in this. Like I honestly feel like he is an underrated Hammer actor.
for sure.
Just underrated
He's
actor in
gotta
general
be.
as well.
Wow.
I forgot how weird this opening is. Oh gosh, they're still under the damn table. Holy crap!
I guess they are.
They haven't even got to any other bases yet. It's the same thing.
In case anybody from Secret Chat is wondering, yes, Christopher is the same guy who played Hans in Lust for a Vampire, because I know we had a couple of people go ahead and watch that one on their own. So you might recognize him from that.
Yes.
And he's more noticed for this film, but he's also in Ghostbusters 2. So
Oh, wow.
you might know him from that. And he's also in The Prestige, the Christopher Nolan film.
Nice. Another secret message at, well, that was the person's parents. This is more like my grandparents partying, and I can't look at my grandmother the same way because the girl dancing on the piano looks exactly like my grandmother did back in the day.
Oh,
Heck yeah.
no.
Well, there you go. Granny was getting it.
Gee, I wonder who the bad guy is.
Yeah, you can't tell in this movie at all.
The middle guy?
Yeah.
It's not like they're not using like a creepy purple and like focusing on his eyes a bit too much.
He's like,
True.
do I look menacing? We should summon the devil. Let's worship Satan.
Sure, why not? We're all having a
sure,
good
why
time.
not? Yeah, we're all hippies. I want to know what happened like while they were writing the script. It's like, all right, well, we got to have like 10 pages of you describing the band singing songs. And then the next scene just needs to just totally be about how they're going to summon Satan. Go.
Yeah, normal shit.
Yeah.
We have 3 secret message chat that all agree that they're too sober for this.
Yeah,
Whoops.
I was gonna say this is definitely a 70s hippie film. So
Oh yeah.
it was
But-
filmed in mind to be intoxicated for sure.
Yes, and also like it does make sense though because to watch this because when we get to the Satanic Rites of Dracula, you probably should watch this beforehand. So.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. This is definitely like Satanic Rites is a direct sequel to this.
Oh
for sure.
yeah.
Like I honestly feel like Scars of Dracula, this one, and Satanic Rite is a perfect trilogy in its own right. Like I really do. You could argue that this is kind of a psychedelic horror film. It's not maybe as psychedelic as like the Dunwich Horror and Color Out of Space and stuff like that, but I think this is definitely an earlier like kind of psychedelic horror film.
Yeah, for sure.
Midnight.
Midnight. All right. It's got Iron Maiden in the background.
And don't forget, guys, if you want to watch along, there's a couple of new secret message chat people. If you want to watch along, the link is in the description of the YouTube there. Mitch, can we get a timestamp for the chat?
Yeah.
Thank you.
So,
for the 18 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Robert Ebert gave this film 1 out of 4 stars, while Clyde Havons of the Monthly Film Bulletin called it an abortive and totally unimaginative attempt to update the Bram Stoker legend to present-day Chelsea, adding that the attempt to reconcile Transylvania with SW3 merely sends the script haywire, close the devil's circle, dig the music, kids. Even that old standby unintentional humor has been torpedoed by an arch script with insultingly begs for laugh with lines like, she's a bit drained and come in for a bite. So this film was pretty much universally despised when it came out, but
Really?
I
Doesn't seem
think
too
it's
bad.
Oh, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like,
it's the perfect like 70s film. Like
it really is.
I've seen worse.
Exactly.
From this era.
Another review says Dracula AD 1972 is definitely one of the weakest installment in Hammer's horror catalog, and will likely only have strong appeal to Dracula completists. Then another reviewer from Eccentric Cinema wrote, "One can have a fun time with this movie, mostly because of its fault. It's cheese, all right, professionally made cheese that's much better acted and staged than it really has any right to be." So it's interesting with all this, extremely negative reviews
Mm-hmm.
that it's still loved by many. That's all I'm going to
Yeah.
say.
Because honestly, I think it has a special place. It's tricky to go from 1800s to modern day, and you could tell like as later as Hammer went on, they had to move up with the times as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They couldn't
Right.
keep doing, unfortunately, the stuff they were doing because it no longer had that shock value or that they.
And I
Yeah.
think and I'll talk about this when we progress in the film, but I really like the idea of how they've made Dracula in this, like,
Mhm.
and you'll see what I'm talking about when later on. And then of course here comes the great Peter Cushing to come carry the rest of the film for us.
Yes. And to be honest, guys, like this is one of those movies where the beginning is a little weird, but it gets better after you get through the weird beginning in a way.
Yeah.
Like
I honestly don't think it's weird, to be honest. I mean,
me
it
either,
feels like a
but
very 70-ish movie.
yeah,
Yeah. Like I said, it's it's psychedelic.
her hair's
Everybody's
messing with me though.
like,
I
"Yeah, bros,
know. She's got two things.
we're gonna trip acid and smoke some weed and make this movie, bro." I mean, that's
Yeah,
pretty much this film.
that's how they got together. Time does bring different perspectives, Nolan. You are right about that.
Yeah, that's why I say it. Like, I think it's aged well,
I think so too. And of course, you give your wrong with Peter Cushing.
and honestly, I feel like this. Like, once we watch Satanic Rites of Dracula, if you go back and watch this again, it it adds like this one. It makes this film even better too. I feel like. I
Yeah,
don't know.
it kind
Yeah.
of clicks. Unlike
But-
Mage, who never gets better. Oh my gosh, Roger.
Wow,
Oh,
Roger.
man.
Always coming for me, aren't you?
I like how he's like, "Jessica, why are you reading about the Black Mass and occult
Yeah.
Satanism in my room?"
Exactly. Go in your room and read about it.
Yes. "This is my book, Jessica. It's first edition. How dare you touch it? You ate fried chicken before you touched the book, and now it's ruined. How dare you?"
I told you this stuff is actually real. Do not take it as a
Let's
game.
play. Is it a wig or is it natural? Tune
Yes,
in next week to
everybody.
find out.
But it looks to me they added extensions to his short hair, but then at the same
For
time it looks
sure.
like a wig, but then at the same time they kind of cut their hair purposely like that back then. So it's kind of hard to tell with this one.
Yeah.
No, I do like how she plays Jessica in this, though. I think
I do
she's
too.
got like such an aura of innocence that I think it's perfect for the plot.
Yeah, and like she truly acts like a young person of the time too.
As much as people want to hate on this film, I do feel like it's perfectly casted.
Secret message chat. It's kind of hard to see Peter Cushing
Oops,
and
good
not
one.
have him not
My
be
bad.
Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, he's just so iconic as Frankenstein that it's just like once you've
Yeah.
seen all those films, it's like you really like. Even after I watched all of them, and I was rewatching Star Wars, and he shows up as Tarkin, I'm like, oh my god, there's Victor, the Baron Frankenstein is here.
Because he got so into that role that it's
Yes.
insane. I mean, he's good as Van Helsing too, but it's
Yes,
like
he is.
he completely like totally lost himself in the role of Frankenstein, I believe.
Oh, I do
Yeah.
too. And one thing I just have to say about this, like, obviously this is not the Van Helsing from the first two films, right? This is his son.
Mhm.
So you'll notice that he plays it similar, but
Mhm.
slightly different. And it's just so brilliant on how he portrays this version of the character of this film, I think.
80 says he was 12 when this was how it was in real life. I bet you that was wild back then.
Yeah.
I
So
do
1960
question some of the color
1965.
schemes. Oh, is that so, Mr. Scrunch?
Yeah, my mom was 12 too when this movie came out.
Really?
Yeah.
It's cool.
I have a whole AI running my bot now, and it's pretty cool what it's doing.
John Carner is judging you from afar.
Yeah, right.
My parents were 7 when this movie came out. So they were kiddos.
And in typical Hammer fashion,
Mm-hmm.
we're going straight back to the Gothic scenery.
Yes, sir.
That's what I thought so cool about this is like, though it's obviously a modern time for the time period, they still chose to shoot it in kind of like the ancient cathedrals, the old
Yeah.
school Catholic churches. It fits the Gothic scenery perfectly.
My thing is,
Yeah.
it's really hard to have a Dracula movie and not have something like this. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
you have to have something Gothic because it just doesn't like it's Dracula. I mean,
Yeah.
Right.
it's
Secret message chest. It's weird how the innocent girl is wearing like this purple color instead of the blue.
well, you'll see why because
Mhm.
technically they're here to perform a black mass, so she's
Yeah.
not
Truly
entirely
innocent.
innocent, but
Yeah.
you'll see that the wardrobe will change as the film progresses.
Yeah, she's not worthy of the innocent blue.
Not quite yet, yeah.
She's wearing purple though, so
Yeah,
Well,
which
that's
is
what they were saying. They were asking why
it's
is she wearing purple for being so
it's
innocent.
associated with a royal character,
Mhm.
purple's royalty and stuff like that. So you'll see. I don't want to spoil the whole film right here. You'll see.
I love how everyone's like getting color coded, and then when we swap out from Hammer films, they're gonna be like, "We're gonna be looking for colors."
Yeah, what the
right.
heck?
What do you mean? There's no colors in Psycho?
Oh my god, yes.
And no colors in the right time.
It's been a day.
Then they'll finally be like, "All right, Psycho 2's in color."
Yeah.
I will be right back, everybody.
All right.
All right.
You know, this guy's just hanging around.
Yeah. I like how he's dressed up as like a spooky skeleton ghost.
Me too. Kind of reminds me of the Crimson Ghost, which I can't wait to show on here.
Oh, that's gonna be so cool.
Now, that one's tricky. I'm double checking, but for the most part, it's public. The movie itself is public domain. So we might actually be able to screen share that one.
I still hope Danzig copyright strikes us.
I mean, if he does, I'll just punt him across the room. He's like 4 foot tall anyway,
Hey.
so.
He'll just be like, "I ain't no son of a bitch."
And apparently
just
their
punt across the room.
version of the Crimson Ghost is different anyway, so even if he tried, there's a loophole, so he can kick rocks. Oh yeah, that was me when I had
Yeah.
cheese the other day.
Laughing, I was about to say.
Yeah.
Ah!
Oh yes.
Such a cool little set, though.
It's like he was frolicking through the tulips there.
Yeah.
Someone from Secret Message chat is like, is this really what our grandparents did? Tripped on acid and summoned Satan? Yes.
Yes. That's the 60s and 70s in a nutshell. Wait! I must be dramatic.
Yes. I can't just be a normal guy just trying to
Yeah.
do this like you guys. I have to, LARP. I have to really get into it.
This dude's like, I am more goth than the goths.
Yeah. He's the goth final boss.
Yes. He's the elitist goth that you have to face at the end of the club.
Secret message chat. This viewer says, Gills, I tried to view your RoboCop stream and I was having trouble. I hope I can catch you sometime too because of our time zone difference. I will check if you upload them on YouTube.
Yes, I have most of the stuff that I stream on Twitch Live. I then upload on my YouTube. However, I'm sorry to hear that, but I have also heard that from other viewers and even myself. I've been having trouble with Twitch as well.
Yeah.
So I apologize. Still come hang out. If you want to catch the reruns, they're on my YouTube.
Yeah, I was having trouble too, so please don't feel bad. And thank you so much for taking your time to check it out. You
Yeah.
can't sleep. You said time zone difference, so I'm guessing you guys are ahead of us.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing that.
Yeah, I'm still getting more messages that people are still wanting more RoboCop, so I'll be doing a whole other playthrough. I didn't know that was going to be such a hit, but
I
I'm
think
glad
it's
it
because
is.
of how bonkers everybody looks in that game.
Yeah.
Like there's no like just normal people. It's just like
No.
people in really bad clown makeup all the time.
Yeah. But yeah, after RoboCop, I'll either do Silent Hill 2, the remake, or Alone in the Dark. It'll be one of those. So I hope
Yeah.
y'all come by and hang out at the lagoon and
Yeah.
get some gaming in between these awesome movie streams we have.
Yes. And also, don't forget that Mage and his wife also have streams as well. So if you guys are
Yes.
up
Yeah.
and being, but Mage, you missed it. We just had a secret message chat mention that they tried to view Gil's stream on Twitch and was having trouble, just like I was.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, don't forget that Mage and his wife have streams too. So you don't have to just catch us on movie night. These guys have great things going on their separate channels as well.
Yep.
Yes.
Ah, yes, me trying to summon the will to make mac and cheese for dinner.
Yes. This is me a minute ago riding the haunt.
I figured that was your ritual.
I've got 3,666 pages. Yes. I mean words. My fault.
Oh, I was going to say, dude, that's a little bit. That's more than a haunt.
You will never leave my haunts.
Oh my gosh,
You'll
bro.
stay forever. Oh God, brain farts.
Tom of the gang, Tom says that he's not sure if he's actually seen this movie in its entirety. He remembers this scene, and then his mom turned the movie off and wouldn't let him finish watching it.
Gee, I can't imagine why.
No, me either. Me either. It's completely okay for kids. 10 out of 10 recommend for your child.
But like I was saying earlier, this is what I liked, where they've kind of made like Dracula this like satanic blood demon entity kind of thing, like it's just so cool. Like you could even summon him through like black magic and stuff. I think that's a really cool take on the character.
Absolutely. This guy's taking it a little bit too far though. He's like really rocking it. He's like, yeah. I got this cape at Walmart in the discount sale.
I'm so evil looking. Dracula will definitely make me his subservient.
Don't worry, it's just Kool-Aid, guys. Calm down.
I'll be cooler than Renfield ever thought he could be. That one girl's like, can we leave?
Yeah.
Oh, she wants to be chosen by Dracula.
She's a little, she's a pick-me, huh? Like,
yeah. Oh.
Pick me, notice me, Dracula. Blah, blah, blah.
I want to be Dracula's handmaiden. All right. Let's get that 60s, 70s dancing going.
Oh, yeah.
All right. What's this rated again? Oh, yeah, X.
Please don't watch it in front of your parents.
Yeah.
Right.
What the hell are you showing my kids? Hey.
We're technically college students, Mom.
Yeah. Dracula's like, I'm not coming because the candles aren't red.
Yeah. You forgot that. You forgot that part.
This is really black metal.
Oh, yeah. You know, goofing off aside, you know how hard it must have been to, like, for this guy to keep a straight face, like, reciting these lines, to be honest with you. Like, because he has to be so over dramatic because he's the ego one.
Yeah.
I would probably end up laughing after a while.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I would be able to. Okay, she's a little too into this.
Yeah.
Probably. Oh, is that Dracula's ashes?
Yes.
Because, like, if you remember in like Prince of Darkness, they did kind of like an occult ritual to bring him back, but this is like full on, you know,
Mhm.
like a black mass almost.
Yeah, she's a bit really into it though. Like,
Yeah, she's like, oh yeah.
she's like, wait, what?
She's like, wait a minute, no.
Sorry guys, about the truck and the dogs. I can't do anything about that motor, so I don't even know if you
Yeah,
guys can hear it, but
No.
I sure
no,
can. And it's
not over
annoying.
this guy being like, I summon thee.
Right.
It's like you can just say I summon thee, bro. You don't have
Dude,
to.
calm down. Dude,
Yeah.
why is your oh yeah, I forgot to put the ashes in there. I was like, wait a minute, why are you foaming on the inside?
It's like, yeah, take my blood in the goblet. Yeah.
Dude, how dude, are you okay? Like, bro, someone call
Yeah,
911.
he's just
I don't
spraying
think
blood
so.
out. I'm bleeding to death. Someone get the
God.
doctor.
Like, dude, calm down, bro.
All right.
What did she think was gonna happen?
Yeah, that's hot. All right. So in this scene, the actress hated it.
I
She said
wonder
Oh, really?
why.
she said that the blood was incredibly, you know, cold. Like they used cold blood, so it was like
Yep.
freezing.
Oh,
So a lot
wow.
of her discomfort and like screaming is actually genuine.
Real.
Yeah, because she didn't know it was going to be that uncomfortable to film that scene.
Dang.
Well, you gotta think too, is like scenes like that can kind of mess with you, especially of the times when like everybody
Yeah.
has had that satanic panic to begin with.
Yeah, and also for this whole segment, the track that they used is called Black Mass, An Electric Storm in Hell. And it was from the electronic group called White Noise from their album An Electric Storm. And some of his dialogue that Christopher used was later sampled by another band called Orbital for their song Satan Live Intention. So
Wow.
it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, look how evil he looks, man. You can tell how much fun he's having playing this character.
He did so good in that school action movie music. Yeah, he did.
I feel like we've seen him in another Dracula movie.
It's
Well, is
Lust
he
for
evil?
Vampires.
Yep.
Okay.
But we didn't really watch that one. But he has been. I think you're thinking of the dude who played Dr.
Like a
Jekyll.
zombie movie.
He looks kind of similar to him. But he's been in
I'm talking about
Ghostbusters
like
2.
in general.
Oh, in
Him?
general. Yeah, he's been in Ghostbusters 2, the Prestige. He's been in quite a bit of films, so you might be thinking of him from those. But this is the first time he's in a
Oh.
Dracula film.
Gotcha.
80, how you liking this one?
Unless he's in Taste the Blood of Dracula. I don't think so. I think that's another guy.
Secret message
There he is.
chat is like the way Christopher Lee is standing there would be intimidating as hell as an actor.
Oh, yeah. He's also in License to Kill, the James Bond film.
He's like, screw
So
you.
awesome. He's also famously in the Chuck Norris film Hellbound, not to be confused
wow.
with Hellraiser 2.
I'm glad you like it, Aiden.
Why didn't
He's
she run
also-
away?
He's also been the voice for certain characters in Star Wars video games as well.
I mean, she was all
I
yes,
can look
yes
like it,
about
too.
it before all the blood spilled upon her.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, I just thought this was a game.
She's just like, I wanted a goth boyfriend. I didn't realize you were actually going to murder me.
Yeah.
Right?
All right.
Dude, calm down, bro.
Oh, yeah.
This Secret Much. Somebody's always gonna be creeping in these movies.
This is good. Yeah, it's awesome, 80. That's what I'm saying. I'm surprised how much people still hate on this film. I think it's just more so those that grew up when, everyone was talking smack about it. I think it's aged
Yeah.
well. It's awesome. It's a good time. It's also a cool, unique way to bring Dracula into the modern world.
Hmm. Yeah, absolutely. I know a lot of like modern like half-assed shows on Netflix tried, and it just doesn't work because they can't
Yeah.
transition it well. It's just so bad.
Yeah, like if you try too hard, it's kind of noticeable. She's like, dang, I guess I can't ever take her to another black mass.
Yeah, gosh. That's the last time I asked Brad for dating advice.
Yeah, seriously.
Take me to a black mass. She'll like it. She'll be your hot
Yeah.
goth girlfriend forever.
Yeah.
They're asking in the chat, does it's the secret chat, does the pink color mean anything? Because it was purple and that evil guy was there. Now it's pink.
I don't know.
I personally just think they're all too hopped up on something to notice any colors going on. But I did notice
Probably.
that. Yeah. They're like, okay, so
Well-
we went to this cathedral and we summoned Satan and sacrificed Susie, but now
Yeah,
we're here at a party.
So awesome. This guy came and like drank our blood. It was so scary.
Anybody got the
modern
booger sugar?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, we desecrated an old cathedral. It's so cool. It's so in right now.
Uh-huh.
God, that's how it'd be if it was by today's standards. They'd all be drinking like Trulies and Alani's and
White
stuff.
Claw.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, White Claws.
They'll
Yeah.
be like white girl wasted, summoning
Yeah.
Dracula.
White Claw isn't actually that bad.
White Claw tastes like Toogie static.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I like the watermelon White Claw's not bad.
I don't think I've had that one. I don't
But
drink
then again, I
much,
like
but-
watermelon, so I'm very biased.
Yeah.
Black cherry for me.
Ah, yeah, it's
I-
completely normal. Let your kids just roam in junk.
Yeah. He's like, I only dress in black because I'm goth.
Yeah.
You guys want to come back to my crib and listen to the Smiths?
Oh, he's so good at this, though.
I know. That's why I honestly love this movie so much just because of him. Like, he
'Cause
steals the show.
He's absolutely bonkers. Like, it's perfect.
I think he plays one of the coolest disciples of Dracula I've ever seen in film. for sure.
Yeah.
Like, I love Renfield. Obviously, he's iconic, but I mean, come on. Mr. Alucard here is pretty cool.
Yeah. He's like, man, that's a really big hat you got on your head. Is it to hide that bad hairdo finally?
Damn.
I've been after that hairdo for months now. You just keep getting it the same
So
way.
Dracula is not the villain. He's trying to save us all from bad hairdos.
Yeah. And fashion faux pas.
He's like, oh, let's take some pills, baby.
He's like, I found this on the bathroom floor. Anybody want to
Yeah.
say?
Don't worry, I cleaned it off with some toilet paper.
Ew.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fine. It's fine. It's fine. Nothing can come out of wrong with a bathroom pill. It's fine.
Yeah. This movie's desperately in need of some Elvis, though. He needs to
I
come and
agree.
save the day.
I love how they like none of them freaked out. Of
Look
him,
in the
like,
background, it's
striking
Freddy
them down.
Krueger. Oh my
I
god.
saw that.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
I've seen this movie like four there. Oh my god. I've seen this movie so many times. It's the first time I noticed it.
Freddy's in the background, damn
Oh my god. He's taking a vacation from Elm Street.
Ah, yes, these kids are gonna have a normal childhood.
Yeah.
Secret Message. Jokes aside, though, this is really awesome to see that era of Dracula. I didn't even think they made Draculas in the 70s, to be honest, because it was too much of a psychedelic period.
Oh yeah. See, I think it fits perfectly.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
it does.
Because then you know, like you can even play with like, oh well, they were on hallucinogens, so
Yeah.
you know, of course they're gonna see vampires. You know, so there's so much cool stuff you can do with the vampire story in this time period.
Absolutely.
That's why I'm saying, like, I know there's still haters, but come on, it's aged well. Look how awesome this is.
Yeah, it really.
The acting's good. The storyline is decent.
Yeah, it's not that bad at all. Like, I understand why people needed to like probably have some brain bleach after the Kung Fu vampires.
Yeah.
But like this one, like you could kind of see like they are attempting to do like these really good story. It's just, you know,
Yeah.
the way they were filming stuff back then to our standards
Yeah.
is cheesy, you know. But if this was like if we were young when this came out, we'd probably be like, oh man, that totally rocked, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
Yeah, and you gotta also, you know, like the only kind of modern day setting vampire stuff at the time, you know, was the Count Yorga stuff.
mm-hmm.
So, you know, I mean, I could see people. I mean, if you watch the Count Yorga films, which I'm sure we're going to show one day because they're awesome in their own
Oh
right.
yeah, we totally can.
You know, I could see how maybe somebody could be slightly disappointed, but I think this is just as equally good as the Count Yorga stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just the only difference is it's Dracula.
Yeah.
And this has a little bit more Satanism in it than the Yorga stuff does.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Which again, like we said, after this we are going to be having the satanic rites, and that kind of like after you watch that with us, I encourage you to rewatch this one, and then you're like,
yeah, you should go back and rewatch both of them as a double feature.
Yes,
and you will be like, wow. And if you have the endurance for it, also watch Scars before it too, and it'll be like a trilogy, and it'll really synchronize.
Why does your shirt say "Have a nice day"?
Well, have a nice day.
Because she's a hippie, man.
Like she was wearing it like a name badge. I just noticed that. Out of all the times I've seen this movie, I've never noticed that before. He's like, okay.
And then this is the great Michael Coles coming to play Inspector Murray here. He's great. He also, if I'm not mistaken, reprises his role in the Satanic Rites of Dracula.
I do believe
this character is a recurring character in the sequel to this film. So yeah, he's a great actor, and I'm sure you can agree with this as well, Mercy. But I feel like the Hammer learned from the mistakes that they did make in this film, and they corrected that in Satanic Rites.
Oh, absolutely. They basically took the criticism very well and was able to make it. I mean, to me, Satanic Rites is the creepiest Dracula from the Hammer. To be honest,
I agree. That's my favorite.
So real and weird, and you know, there's actually people out there that believe in what they do.
Yep.
You know, so
and that one's definitely, I would say this one's more lighthearted, although it may not seem like it right now. But if after we show you guys Satanic Rites of Dracula, you will see how dark, like the Satanic Rites is so much darker than this film. This one's kind of like groovy and goofy, man, you know, far out, bro. With the Satanic Rites is like, no.
Yeah, like
there's a horrible, powerful satanic cult trying to control things.
Yeah, it's like this is like the innocent version, right? It's like the soft intro to Satanic Rites, because Satanic Rites from the get-go is like right with that dark feeling and intensity. There is no really like softness into it.
No, it goes hard from the start to the finish, and it doesn't let go until the end. And then you're like, all right, well, that's the end of the Draculas.
Yeah.
What do we do now?
I can't believe we're almost at the end of our
I
list for
know.
Hammer.
I know. I'm kind of sad.
I am
Yeah.
too. And
Well,
you know what?
we got Quatermass next, right? That's the final one.
Yeah,
The
I think.
Hammer does aliens.
Hold on, let me check out. Let
I
me
might
take
have
a
to get
look.
the tinfoil hat out for that one because I swear to God,
My
they're gonna come one day.
my thing is that we can always revisit these films at a later date too, like we've
Oh,
done in the
yeah.
past. But yes, so we have Satanic Rites, and then Quartermass, and then Rob Zombie's The Munsters before we get into the Psycho movies.
So we only have 2 more Hammer films left. Wow,
Yes.
that's wild.
And then we have a lot of The Strain coming up. You guys love that. And then we have Wicked World coming on August 1st. That is the other Barry J. Gillis film that we wanted to see.
Oh my God! Don't do it.
So-
He's tricking you. He's trying to get you high so that way he can take advantage of you and drink your blood. No.
It sounded like you were
Van
talking
Helsing
about Barry
saved
Gillis.
Oh no.
Because I was like, oh,
Well-
that's the other Barry Gillis film. And you're like, don't do it. She's trying to
My fault. Terry Gillis comments on our video. I don't do no such thing.
He's going to go
I
down
don't
the
care
road
what you
of
do in your
sadness
personal home,
again.
but don't bring me in on it.
He's going to go down the road of sadness again.
Yeah.
Road of
oh,
Sadness
God.
Part 2.
See, I like how they're like, even in the 70s, they're like, let's have some brandy and discuss Satanism and vampires. Yeah.
Yeah, that's completely normal. I agree. The secret message chat, they just sent in like, he looks softer as Van Helsing than he did versus Dr. Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There's like a certain, well, even Christopher Lee said this too. And I know I mentioned it, you know, after he passed, he said he was too good for this world. So
Uh-huh.
you can tell that Peter Cushing was just, in general, just a kind man. And
Oh,
I think
yeah.
that he was able to take his natural kindness and project it onto the Van Helsing character perfectly.
Mm,
Because you would want Van Helsing, like I've always imagined, well, at least in Hammer, you know, Van Helsing character is overtly kind, goes out of his way to do good.
Yeah.
Like he can't sleep right if he hasn't, you know, given at least $1 to a homeless man or something like that.
Of
you know?
course.
Like,
Yeah,
you can
yeah,
tell
for
he's
sure.
like a good person.
And he like really wants to get to the bottom of all the craziness, you know, like
Yeah.
he wants to help people. He's not supposed to versus Dr. Frankenstein, who's just like, I just want my work.
Yeah. He's just,
Yeah.
it's all about himself. And,
Yeah.
you know, he plays the ultimate narcissist, mad scientist that,
And it's so crazy how a nice guy can pull out that evil ass character.
mm-hmm.
He's like, oh, hey, baby, I got more drugs.
Yeah.
And she's like, are there more bathroom pills? Because you know how much I love them. And he's like, yeah, straight from the urinal, my dear. Straight from the
God.
urinal.
Yeah, we get quite a bit of Hammer girls in this one, and unfortunately, they don't last very long.
Well, because they make dumb decisions.
Yeah.
They're
I know
like,
I would definitely not be hanging out with this guy alone in his apartment after the other night.
yeah, really. Especially
He's like, here,
if-
smoke this joint. I don't think so.
Yeah, you spiked my
No.
drink the other night. Like, leave me
Yeah.
alone.
I'm pretty sure you laced the weed too. I'm fine. But we would survive a horror movie on the panel.
Oh yeah, we totally would.
Yeah.
I mean, except for Rez, she always says that she would send us out to beat all the monsters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She said she's
She's
the
the one
Shaggy
that
of the group.
sacrifices herself kind of
Yeah.
character.
Yeah, pretty much. He's like, ah, yes, need to have my cigarette.
So Peter Cushing was a chronic smoker in real
Mm.
life, but what's so interesting about it is that he had a weird thing about, I don't want you photographing me smoking. Like he would do it for a character, obviously. You
Yeah.
know, we constantly see Van Helsing and, you know, or at least this version of Van Helsing always smoking. But in real life, like if you were hanging out with him and somebody wanted a photo, he would either, you know, put down a cigarette or put it out or tell you to wait till he's done before he wanted you to take a photo of him, which I think is kind of weird in a way, but it also makes sense.
It's probably because it was his like 15 minutes of leave me the hell alone, you know? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
he might have been a
Yeah,
nice guy, but even nice people need a time to take a
Yeah.
breather.
They
They
have
need
their
a smoke
limits,
break, a little break.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
some me time. Like I said, I get it, but it is kind of bizarre in a
Yeah, it
weird way.
is that he was that particular about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's weird because he seems like the kind of guy like if you interrupted him when he's eating, he would offer you a chair to join him for lunch. But how
Yeah,
dare you?
that's what I'm
How dare you
saying.
take a
Like,
picture of me smoking?
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just kind of weird. Like, that was his one thing where he's like, you just gotta leave me alone when I'm smoking. Sorry.
I have a
Yeah.
feeling it's because he doesn't want to be shown with a cigarette in his hand and some kid sees it. You know what I mean?
that could be that could be, yeah, because he did play Doctor Who and stuff. That could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
But also at the
especially-
time period, the way cigarettes were marked is
Yeah.
my doctor smokes Marlboros or
Yeah,
Camels,
the
so-
doctors were literally smoking a cigarette, delivering
Yeah.
babies. It was a completely different world.
But seeing how
Yeah.
this is more like Britain and England and stuff, I can see how it's not proper to be filmed with
It's not proper to wear what's on her head. Holy crap!
yeah.
Like just
now
get your hair
she's in
fixed.
the blue. She's in the blue secret chat. Oh,
Yes, she is.
see, she's learning more. See, she was in the purple because she's the chosen one that Dracula wants to totally screw over Van Helsing. And she's kind of grown as a character since then, realizing that she flirted with evil and she shouldn't be messing with that stuff. And now she's trying to be pure, so now she's in the blue. So it's so cool. I'm so glad all of you have picked up on the color schemes of Hammer. I didn't even have to say anything. I'm proud of you all.
You've trained them well.
Yes. If I was your professor, you'd all be getting A pluses.
Somebody said that they walked Dr. Jekyll and Sister Hyde again by themselves, and it was just so emotional. It was so great.
Yes. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's you can cry watching that film if you really
Pay attention.
really pay attention to what it's trying to tell you. Yeah. Very relevant film for our time for sure.
What's up, Mr. Scrunch? Trying to play footsie with me?
Also, I really like how it's almost like all the lighting in Van Helsing's house in this, it's like gold. Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
royalty, pure, like heaven kind of stuff. Like, it's just so cool. I don't know what. Hang on, sound quality just dropped on mine.
Yeah, it's much lower.
It's like ASMR 1972.
I mean, I can't even hear it.
I can't.
I can hear it.
Jessica, don't practice black magic.
It's at 125%, and it's like really low.
Dracula.
It's probably just. It looks
Wait
like
till
she made
Dracula.
eye contact with you, Gills. It's weird.
Wait till Dracula does ASMR on you.
Yes.
Don't look into his bloodshot eyes. You'll be so relaxed you'll fall asleep.
Yes.
Then they start doing what's that?
Yeah. Oh my god, I hate when they do that crap. Oh. I remember like we fell asleep to Pluto TV and like we didn't realize. Like, we woke up. It was some woman doing ASMR and she was chewing gum into a microphone. And I never wanted to throw a brick at a TV so fast.
This is what I do when my my wife is sleeping. No, I'm just kidding. Oh God.
The woman's like, I'm gonna pour this over ice, and I'm like, please don't. And she poured gum in ice and then poured vodka over it, and I'm like, where's the remote? Mr. Scrunch, you cannot eat your hand no matter how much you try, buddy.
I know one time I passed out watching the ASMR thing, and then like when I woke up or whatever, I guess because you know how YouTube just kind of like keeps going after you watch videos.
Yeah.
So I guess it went down like a weird rabbit hole ASMR thing, and I didn't realize it. And so my father was like, "What the hell is he listening to in there?" And I went back and looked at my history, and I was like, "Oh no, it was one of those ASMR ones." No, and like full blast, you know. And I'm like, "Oh God, I'm never gonna live this down."
At least nobody was over for Christmas dinner.
Yeah, I know. Thank God.
Sorry, Grandma.
I'm like, what happens at the lagoon stays at the lagoon.
Somebody in the secret
You're
message.
supposed to be out terrorizing the village anyways, Father.
Yes. Somebody in the secret message chat says this guy with the glasses has a more modern face than the rest of them. Like, it looks like he's from 2025.
You know what? You're not wrong in a weird way.
That is true.
I like in in the cast, there's two people called Hippie Boy and Hippie Girl.
Yes.
It's like, I got to roll for a position, Mom. What is it? Hippie Boy. What are you? A hippie. And I'm a boy.
Oh my
Perfect.
god. Audio's coming back in.
Yeah, it sounds a lot better now. That was weird. So the last album that I know this is kind of going way back to the start of the stream here to the band Stoneground that spent like 12 minutes with us. But the latest album that they released was in 2004 called Back with a Vengeance. So if any of our viewers or viewers that rewatch the stream that were like, you know what, I kind of like that music, they were still around until 2004, it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Their last single was in 1978 called Prove It. So kind of interesting. They were definitely a I guess you could call them psychedelic rock band, but they're more
Yeah.
kind of pop blues rock at the same time too. They have a unique, almost kind of like Southern gospel vibe too, even though they're not Southern gospel. It's just they kind of mix all different kinds of sounds. So if you're into that, you might want to check out the rest of their albums. Here I am at home on X researching everything. Oh my god, it's Dracula all along.
Yes.
Alucard. Dracula.
Wait till I post all what I've learned on Reddit. I got 25 upvotes in the first 5 minutes. It's gonna reach to the top.
Secret message chat is saying, I actually like this so far. I don't understand the bad reviews yet. I do enjoy the hippie period though, so that might be my bias.
No, I agree with you. Like the only in my experiences, the only people that I have met that have really hated this film, and I'm not saying that this is 100%, but were kind of like people who grew up when this kind of came out, or those that were like teenagers when it came out, like kind of, and then even some who are like Gen X too.
Yeah.
But for the most part, like I think this movie's awesome. So I'm shocked when I hear people talking smack about it.
It's cool, it's groovy. You got your villains who are played very well. You got these hammer ladies doing a great job.
Yeah, I would even go so far. Yeah, now it's like ear shadowing. Hang on. I would go so far as to say that this is also kind of like experimental filmmaking.
I agree. I can
Like,
see that.
I mean, there's nothing really that I can point to outside of maybe Count Yorga that is similar to this kind of vampire horror, psychedelic, trippy thing.
It's like, to me, they were just trying to test the waters to see how Dracula would do in a modern setting.
Mm-hmm. Because even when we move to Satanic Rites after this, it doesn't have the same vibes at all.
No.
Like we were saying, it's completely darker. It is nightmare fuel. This is just kind of, I don't know how to explain this film. It's just psychedelic, experimental.
This one is Satanic Rites, Dweeby Little Brother. And I will warn you, if you are sensitive to the dark nature of that kind of material, Satanic Rites just may not be for you. Just warning, because I know like some people were saying, that kind of stuff hits too close to home.
Yeah, if you've experienced like religious abuse too, it might be a bit much, because it does go pretty hard. Yeah, more so than this one. This is like the rated G version of it.
That's why I said Dweeby Little Brother.
Yeah, that's perfect. Bob says I get to play the TV now.
It's kind of like when people like ask me about Green Inferno and Cannibal Holocaust. I'm like, look, if you can't take the in your face stuff, just watch the Dweeby Little Brother, which is Green Inferno.
I love Green Inferno though.
Me too, but you have to admit it is the Dweeby Little Brother to Cannibal Holocaust. It doesn't mean it's a bad movie by any means. It's just saying like different people's horror tolerance. You know what I mean?
That part when the protesters tie themselves to the tree and then just get slaughtered.
Yeah.
So, oh my god.
Yep.
That's not what you want to do when you're around a tribe of cannibals.
Exactly. Like
god. We got to show that movie. That movie's so metal.
We should. honestly. If
I don't know
everybody's
if I
down
can
for it.
do. I don't know if I can do Cannibal Holocaust though, because
I
I
used
don't
to
like.
be able to, but I
I
can't
just
now.
I just don't want to see an actual animal get hurt.
Me
Like
fair.
I can't do that. Like if it's fake, I can tolerate it, but if it's real, I no.
Oh, there's
It
an
need to
Yeah.
animal
be.
that actually got hurt in there.
Yeah, they kill a
Yes.
turtle. They torture a turtle, and it's
Oh,
real. So
In Cannibal Holocaust, the director actually had to prove that the
yeah,
actors
he got
actresses
arrested.
did not
Yeah,
get killed.
yeah.
It was
they
that
thought
I
it
heard
was a
about
snuff
that.
realistic.
film. Yeah, they thought it was a snuff film he
But we
made.
could
Which
totally do Green Inferno, though. I think we could do that.
yeah, Green Inferno is hilarious.
It is.
That's a comedy horror. I mean, I
Yeah.
can understand people getting scared because there is a lot of messed up brutality and gore, but
Yeah.
like it's so funny at the same time. It's kind of
Mhm.
hard not to.
Somebody's asking, it's like, what did they do with the paintings from these movies? Did they just auction them off? Can you imagine finding that in like a thrift store and realizing it's from a Hammer film?
Oh,
Right.
I would die.
yeah, I would fanboy out so hard to the point to where they'd probably be like, "Well, we're gonna sell this for $200 for
Yeah.
this guy."
Yeah.
It's like jokes on you. That could have gone for like 150,000.
Mhm. I like how respectful he's being too. He's like, I know she's
Yeah.
a Hammer girl, but I will not touch her boobies. While everybody else in the film is like, hello.
Wasn't that his
I-
daughter, anyways?
Yeah.
That's true, but still, like in Hammer movies, it was kind of like there was no rhyme
Oh,
or reason when it
This
came to
shot
the
right here is
boobies.
so sexy.
He's just twirling around in his
Oh.
cape, being Dracula, you know.
He's got his swag and he's not afraid to show it off.
He's getting ready to make a typo negative music video.
Yeah. I really hope that's how Tom is dressed in his bar right now.
He should be. I know they have a party going on tonight, so I think they're lurking for the most part.
Awesome. Well, I hope everybody's partying on. This is a perfect movie to have at a party, honestly.
Watch them all just be like staring at the screen.
Yeah, they're
What
staring at the
fuck?
screen. Another brandy, Tom, please.
Yes. Another wine milk for the lady.
Oh God. No.
I
I can
swear.
never watch the reptile ever again the same after
No, me
reading it on
either.
the panel.
I love that shot of his teeth coming out.
You know, I don't think I could prove it, but I'd also say that this film has inspired Vampire Kiss, the Nicolas Cage one, in a weird
I
way.
could see it. I could see it.
Just like, you know, the level of like city shots that are in this too. Like,
Mhm.
another thing that makes me happy is how I think it was Secret Chat and Normal Chat talking about how watching these films have made them just want to watch like Peter Cushing all the time.
I know. It makes me so happy.
Because I felt that way. Like the first movie I ever saw was of Hammer was the Satanic Rites of Dracula, and then I was blown away, and I was like, "Oh, this is the last one? What? There's more?" And then I discovered all these, and then in the process of doing that, I became so obsessed with Peter Cushing. I was like, I wanted to see everything he was in. So I'm glad to see other people have felt the same. It's just not me being a hyper nerd. I still regret not buying the NECA toy of Peter Cushing as Van Helsing. I can't believe they sold out that fast. That's
I
crazy.
can because he's such an.
I mean,
like,
I can
horror
too,
guy.
but like, you know, I'm used to. I mean, I guess when you're at a horror con, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
But like, I'm just
like
so
you gotta
used to
fight people, man. It's like what back in the '80s when they were fighting over Cabbage
Yeah.
Patch dolls.
I'm fighting over Van Helsing toys. Get away! He's mine.
That's just weird.
But it came with like holy water accessories, like stakes, like the crosses. It was so cool. But ironically, true nerds will realize that on the box cover, it was actually Jonathan on the box. And then you open it and it's Van Helsing. So there's definitely a misprint at NECA there. I want everybody in Secret Chat to pay attention also to this character. You'll notice that he's kind of in, like, the colors we've seen him in are like gray and brown. And he will more or less be in the same colors in the next film but some of them he kind of transcends into like tannish brown.
He was just, giving the style of the time.
Yeah. Well, Dracula.
Now I can't hear. I wonder what's going on.
I know. It's like the audio is like going from
I can hear it fine. I don't
0
know
to 100 on mine.
Um, I was just going through here. I had a couple people on my Facebook chime in here, and one of them is the teacher, and she says when this movie came out, her parents said no, but she secretly watched it anyway. It is one of her favorites. Even though she is somebody that doesn't truly like horror, she loved the great Christopher Lee, and you can't go wrong with any of his movies. Thank you for reminding me of my childhood and my parents today. I really needed it.
Awesome.
You're welcome.
Welcome.
Yeah.
It's my pleasure to show this film. I love it. So now that we're pretty far into the film here, I just want to read some stuff from the Highgate vampire case that the media over sensationalized during the time. But in the London Evening News on November 2nd, 1968 had these persons arranged flowers taken from graves in circular patterns with arrows of blooms pointing to a new grave, which was uncovered. A coffin was opened and the body inside disturbed, but their most macabre act was driving an iron stake in a form cross through the lid and into the breast of the corpse.
Wow.
Then, in a letter to the Hampstead and Highgate Express on February 6, 1970, David Ferrant wrote that when passing Highgate Cemetery on December 24th, 1969, he had glimpsed a gray figure, which he considered to be supernatural, and asked if others had seen anything similar. On the 13th, several people replied describing a variety of ghosts said to haunt the cemetery or the adjoining Swains Lane. These ghosts were described as a tall man in a hat, a spectral cyclist, a woman in white, a face glaring through the bars of a gate, a figure wading into a pond, a pale gliding form, bells ringing, and voices calling. Sean Manchester claimed Ferrant's gray figure, and Sean was like the main vampire hunter, was a vampire, and the media quickly latched on, embellishing the tale with stories of the vampire being a king of the vampires or of practicing black magic. So you can see how something went on in the cemetery. And if you haven't seen Highgate Cemetery, I would highly suggest people pull up pictures of it. It's really kind of creepy looking. So I could see way late at night. Maybe you've had a few cold ones. You're hearing stories. You see, like, I can see how it could also be real, but also not at the same time. Like, it's just so sensationalized because it looks like something from a Hammer film. Like, if you were gonna, like, if I was gonna remake one of these films and the cemetery scenes, I would go shoot at Highgate Cemetery.
Yes.
Like, it looks like a place where vampires or werewolves or ghosts or demons would be. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But it's cool how this, so-called folklore or paranormal supernatural event, where all these people, even random people who didn't know about it, said they saw all these things. And then you had supposed, vampire hunter experts came to save the day.
Yeah.
It's cool how this story or this event and history led to this film. You could see it inspiring it.
Absolutely. Secret message. I am looking forward to the Rob Zombie's Monsters after saying this. I will admit, when I first saw it, I did not like it, so I wonder how my views have changed after watching. Now that I watched the Hammer movies, yeah. Sorry, I got tongue tied there for a minute trying to read that.
I think your disposition on it will change. Because you will see Hammer Frankenstein, you will see the Hammer Draculas, you will see how it's just zombie loving 60s 70s horror. Like it's just a love letter to Hammer, and
Yeah.
it's hard not to be like, if you're a Hammer fan and a Munsters fan, it's impossible for you to not at least get some kind of enjoyment. If you are
Yeah.
unaware to all this stuff, I can see how you're like, yeah, that movie's garbage.
Yes,
Like, I
exactly.
honestly, so also just to kind of give closure to the Highgate vampire thing. So there was like some kind of like the way, like the aftermath of it all was basically these two, well, I'm trying to be nice, but I guess edgelords were like, you know what? We're going to meet on Parliament Hill on Friday the 13th, 1973. We're going to have a magician's duel. We're going to Lon Leviosa it
Yeah.
out here. So you better show up. And basically all that happened was that they were arrested and they were put in jail for damaging memorials and interfering with dead remains in the cemetery. They also were charged with vandalism and desecration, blasphemy laws, which, of course they said that, well, that was done by Satanists, not me, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But the two men, Ferret and Manchester, wrote and spoke repeatedly about the Highgate vampire, each stressing their own role and the exclusion of the other. So they were both trying to, I guess, be Van Helsing, and try to, control the narrative about the vampire. And it basically, they ended up turning on each other, having a rivalry of who was more of a vampire hunter than the others. And their feud still continued for decades. And it wasn't until Ferrent's death in 2019, I think it finally all kind of stopped, because they were both full of spite and vindictiveness towards each other. So kind of a sad little tale there, but I highly implore all of you to research that case for yourself, because it is very interesting, and it definitely could make a good movie, as we're seeing.
Yeah, for sure. The music in this is wild. Oh, okay, Nolan. I hope everything's all right. You have a good night too. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, have a good
by.
night, Nolan.
Yeah, man. Have a good night, bro.
So let me catch up here with the secret message chat.
Now, this is definitely a groovy bar I'd like to watch this movie in.
Oh, yeah. 80 is still digging this movie?
I hope so. It's badass.
One of the secret message chats was like, not gonna lie, I kind of have a crush on one of these vampires. Oh my gosh.
Well, that is the point.
It's the bad guy. It's the bad guy, isn't it?
All right. I wonder why they filmed it this way.
Oh, yeah. Me too.
Yeah. She belongs to the master, Kevin. I need you to go get us tacos.
She just flung herself off the bench.
Don't worry, I'll look after her for the master, in quotation marks.
So I found a Watch Mojo video for after the movie for us to screen share. They rated their top 10 Hammer horror films. So maybe we could watch it and see if we agree.
All right, I'm down. I can't promise I won't talk smack if I don't agree, though.
Oh, I figured. I just figured, since we kind of, I didn't look ahead at all, but like I feel like we watched enough for us to watch this list without spoiling it for anybody. Ah, yes, the music.
Yes. Bow now, now, now. I just want to apologize, because if you're like me, this theme song will get stuck in your head for the next 3-4 days.
Oh yeah.
Every time I watch it, I'm like doing laundry, going da, na, 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 na.
Yeah, I'm gonna get.
Na,
I'll be getting
na,
Mr. Scrunch's babas ready, and I'm gonna be like, hey.
Nah, for me it's nah, Batman. Batman.
No, this 70s music always gets in my head.
Yeah, same.
There's just something about it that's catchy. He's like, Jessica, I know you did bathroom drugs out of here.
That's such a cool club, man.
It really is.
That'd be a perfect club to see, like, oh my god, Typo Negative and the other band.
Yeah.
Oh my
A
god, hang
rave
on.
too.
God,
It's so loud.
See, it's okay on my end. I don't know what's going on with you guys. Maybe it just wants to
Sounds
keep
like
you
a
awake.
James Bond. Maybe. Music reminds me of James Bond.
Candlemass. God, I couldn't
Yes.
think of the band. Yes, sorry. Yeah, it's screwing up for me too, Mage. I'm not the only one. I'm having to like. It ranges from like ASMR to like full blown like max
I
volume.
haven't. It's weird though because we're all watching the same thing, and I haven't had that
Off of
problem.
mine, yeah.
Yeah, that is weird.
Because for me, it's like really low, and I have to turn up my volume here.
Same. And then it went. "Da, da, 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 da," and I'm like, oh my god, I can't
Like,
hear out.
I all
Yeah.
started to watch it.
Yeah. You see Van Helsing running, and your ears are bleeding. Oh god.
And secret message chat. I just want to let you know my friend is working on something so she can pull your anonymous comments up on the screen so everybody can see them, so I don't have to continuously just read them by myself. So I'm looking forward to that. So you guys
Yeah,
will be
that's gonna be
featured.
cool.
Don't worry. You guys can like just show up either as your screen names or just anonymous if you want to. But it would just be nice for these guys here to be able to take time to read the comments as well. Yes.
Sorry, just playing with my character for a little bit.
Yeah. Got to get our black candles out of the coffin there.
Yes, we can't make it look too obvious.
Black candles are cool.
They are.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, he's rocking that turtleneck.
He really is.
Oh,
Very
yeah.
few people can rock a turtleneck. I don't like turtlenecks because I feel like I'm going to suffocate.
Yeah, me too.
Better leave me alone, man.
It's just a tattoo on my hand, bro.
Dude, I've been at the club listening to Candlemass, Typo Negative, and Bauhaus. Bro.
Secret message chat. I thought those were large black crayons for a second.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Oh no.
Yes, get that music going. He's like, dude, I don't like you that way. No.
You know, in a weird way, Alucard here looks like this guy that was in my class when I was in college. Like,
That's funny.
I was in like animation class studying old school animation, and he was there. He had the same haircut. He kind of had the same like disposition, but he was a little bit more plumpy, I guess.
Mm.
And he would just sit there and just go, eh.
That is so weird.
And like scratch his head. And so every time I watched this, I was like, oh my God. Now it all makes sense. He was the vampire.
Yes.
He would also tag me in like really bizarre photos on Facebook, but they'd be like pictures of backpacks at like gardens and stuff.
Why?
Or like random goldfish pictures. I don't know. It was so weird. It was so weird. It creeped me out so bad. Yeah, we're going to defeat the vampires with science. Yeah, you might not want to have that in your bathroom if you're trying to become a vampire. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, right.
Like, what a dumbass.
Yeah, why did he choose that house to be his like lair?
I I
most-
specifically need to where the sun can come in through my glass roof.
Yes.
I need my ceiling to be glass so the sunlight can come in.
He's like,
I
"You're
want to
supposed
be a
to come
vampire on hard mode. Thank you.
Somebody says this reminds them of the Lost Boys a little bit.
A little bit.
So, since he's no longer in the film now, I just want to read this final little fun fact I have on Christopher Neames here. He claimed to actually be a vampire,
Oh,
in a playful way, of course, obviously.
okay, good.
And he jokingly claimed that in this awesome documentary called Flesh and Blood by Hammer, which I highly encourage all of you Hammer fans to check out if you haven't already, that being bitten by Christopher Lee's Dracula in the film made him a full-fledged initiated vampire, and he proudly lists it on his his resume and his CV, which I think is kind of
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
That's kind of fun. I think I would do the same.
Oh, for sure. He got to work with Christopher freaking Lee. Like,
Mm,
And Peter Cushing.
yeah.
So, unfortunately, this film underperformed at the box office, and it basically contributed to Hammer's decline.
Wow.
So we're reaching a time period where, Hammer has been known as like the kings of horror, right? They basically made superstars out of Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee. They're the 60s or late 50s, 60s, 70s horror icons, right?
Yeah.
But this is the time period where you're starting to see no one's really caring anymore. Nobody's
the
going.
slashers started coming
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, no one's really caring about vampires, ghouls, and goblins, and all that kind of stuff.
It
They want to
turned
see
more into
serial
like the
killers.
realistic horror, like the slashers
Mhm.
and stuff. So
And then after its sequel, which I'll save for when we stream that, but after the Satanic Rites of Dracula came out, due to both of these films' poor reception, though both of these films have obviously we're still talking about them today. They've got a huge cult following. It seems all of you are enjoying them. This basically is the end of what I would say, iconic Hammer, which is why they're the last couple ones on the list. And of course, being a sci-fi fan, I had to sneak in Hammer's versions of Aliens as well.
of course.
But we are now ending, our Hammer list basically, as well as honestly the modern public at the time as well.
Which is
But it's
kind
good to
of
see that it lives
bittersweet.
on. Yeah,
Yeah.
it lives on though.
They're asking, was Cushing sick in this one too? Yeah.
Yes, but not as bad, and you can definitely
Mhm.
tell.
Yeah. He's got a little bit more meat to his bones in this one.
But I have to say, I'm really happy to see how many of you all are enjoying this film, because I would have to say, to be genuinely, objectively honest with you, this is a polarizing Dracula film, at least as far as Hammer goes. You either absolutely love this film or you think it is garbage from my encounters.
Hey, ATL.
I think it's good.
Thank you for
I do
coming.
too. I love it.
Hey,
What's up, ATL?
Yeah, the mid-70s horror moved to slasher and animal horror like Jaws. Yes, it did. So Hammer horror with their goblins and ghouls just didn't fit that bill at the time.
Yeah, exactly.
And of course, we're going to show the new Hammer movie when it comes out. Secret Message.
Oh, yes.
I look forward to it. I'm excited.
Me too, man. Especially since it's all Cthulhu mythosy. I am so excited. I think the entity is supposed to be within the mythology or cosmology in the Cthulhu mythos. I believe it's Cthulhu's uncle, or somehow I can't somehow related to it.
ATL, I have Attack of the Killer Tomatoes in August.
Yes.
That's coming on and up. And I do hope all the film students that joined us for Hammer Horror, I do hope you still stick around to the channel once we are done with this list, because we are going through a lot of different pieces of cinema, new and old. We also have The Strain. And, like I said, we can revisit these as well. I just finished watching American Werewolf in London for the thousandth time, and that was 80 Wood. Yeah, I love that one. I love that
Yes,
one
that's a
so much.
masterpiece. I actually met both of the dudes at the HorrorCon, and they were awesome. And in their panel, which I was there, it was Major League 9000. It was hilarious. They
Yeah,
addressed a lot of the rumors and stuff like that. It was great.
I love that. Yeah, ATL on August 9th, I have Attack of the Killer Tomatoes to be there. So, hi, Mr. Scrunch.
Nice.
Here you go, Barbara. Everybody, there you go.
Oh no, it looks like I'm still here. I thought my computer was about to crash. I'm
Oh
fine now.
no.
No, you're good.
Also, I want to correct myself because I said false information on the entity that's going to be in Hammer's new film. Its father is Hastur, which is the King in Yellow, which is Cthulhu's brother. So that's how he's related to Cthulhu. In case you guys are super nerds on that stuff like me. So I'm really excited for that film. I hope it's going to be very accurate to the short story that Lovecraft Ghost wrote with the same name. So it'll be awesome. Also, our lovable guy in the strain is the main character in it.
Yes.
The rat killer guy or whatever his name is.
Oh yeah, Fett.
Yeah, he's going to be the main lead, and as is Chris Hemsworth's brother. He's also going to be.
Nice.
Oh, he remembers back then.
Yeah.
He's just a reincarnation.
Yeah, it's like Dracula has the same, like he's the same person. He can't really be dead, which is why I think. Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt that. That's the only those lines from Dracula right there are actually from Stoker's novel, and they did that to appease Christopher Lee, because Christopher Lee was like, "Bro, I don't want to do this film," and they basically guilt tripped him into saying, "Well, if you don't, you're going to cause all of your friends to not have jobs." And so they kind of he was like, all right. And so they kind of also conceded and were like, well, since Christopher Lee's such a huge Dracula, Bram Stoker nerd, let's give him some actual lines this time from the novel. And that's what that is. So that's really cool.
Oh.
And awesome in that regard.
Nice, ATL. I've met Malcolm McDowell as well. He's great.
Yeah. You don't remember that show on the Murray Show? Yes. They will never tell you the truth on the Murray Show, Sam.
I like how she's just standing there.
I am so stoked for Hammer to make a huge horror comeback with Cthulhu Mythos stuff.
Oh,
I think that's the correct.
I hope they do it correctly.
Ultimate correct decision. Yes.
Yes.
And I hope it's a period piece too. I hope it's taking place in like 1870, 1880. Like it would make that horror so much more scary. Because it's like, oh, we got a cell phone. Let's just take a picture of the giant Yeti monster from
that'd be boring and trash,
Lime.
and it would be an abomination to the Hammer Productions.
Yes, I know.
They have to make it artsy. It's Hammer horror.
But from what I've seen, because I went obsessive over it, from the one guy's Instagram, he was like, "No, we shot in location. I love the cold. A lot of us were freezing our ass off. We can't wait to show you it, but we all signed NDAs and we're being super secretive on it." So I'm wondering if Hammer is going to try to do the whole Cthulhu Mythos shared universe thing. No other studios have tried and they've been failed. They've either failed because the movie's trash or the director gets canceled.
Yeah.
That's right, Dracula. GTFO, bro.
He's like, not again.
When you tell your kids to pick up their toys outside and you trip and fall.
Yeah.
Tell yourself.
After this, we hit true bottom with Dracula. Love at first bite. Oh my gosh. Actually, we're going to start getting into the Bela Lugosi flicks soon. And
yes.
We're going to be doing the Psycho movies. We got some Bela Lugosi flicks. We got Maniac Cop 1 and 2. We got the Crimson Ghost coming. We got the Strain. We got a bunch of stuff coming. So
I hope we show, and I think we are. We're going to show Son of Frankenstein with Bela Lugosi as Igor in that.
yes,
Like,
yeah,
he
we
is.
will.
That is my favorite Bela Lugosi performance.
I
That was,
have
oh my
some
God.
of his that aren't Dracula because I also want to showcase him in non-Dracula roles, and then I
Yes.
have his Dracula movies on the list. And then we're
Of
gonna do like
course.
Boris Karloff, Vincent Price, stuff like that, like to really give the whole thing Dracula with a chance. Oh my god,
Oh my
yes.
God. Yeah. Also, just want to say that these transition shots of Dracula decomposing, so awesome.
Oh, they are. I love it.
Great
This is
practical effects.
love it to pieces, and I hope they have practical effects like that in the new one.
Me too. I'm gonna be so mad if it's all like CGI
An
garbage.
AI made. Oh my god, I'd be
Yeah. Oh my
pissed.
God. It's like, oh, we finally get to see some cool Cthulhu monster. And it's an AI. Oh.
What's up, kiddo?
And it really wouldn't be that hard. It's just a giant Yeti, kind
Yeah,
of,
exactly.
but it's all ethereal and tentacle-y, so it shouldn't be that hard to do.
Yeah.
Rest in final peace.
Or
Joke's
is
on
it?
you. We got one more Dracula for you all. It's not the end of the franchise quite yet.
Oh no.
All right.
So,
Woo! Dracula AD 1972.
what did you
That was
guys
good.
all think about it? What'd you like
It
about
definitely
Yes,
didn't
yes.
deserve the hate.
No.
Yes, I agree.
Oh, yeah, here you go, Mr.
All right,
Smith.
hang on. There we go. Got all that set up. Bam. There we are. Yeah, I give this maybe a low 9 out of 10. I love this film. It's not perfect. There's still some,
Oh, of course. Of
problems wrong
course.
with it, but I think it's a low 9 for me. Maybe a high 8, but
Yeah,
I would go anywhere from a high 8 to a low 9.
I agree with that. Secret message chat, definitely 8 out of 10. We got a 9 out of 10. The lowest we got is a 5 out of 10. They were expecting more Dracula.
Oh,
But to be
well,
fair, Christopher Lee Dracula kind of made those like weird appearances. You know what I mean? So, and ATL, a lot of Bandmate played. Yeah, we have Bandmate on the list. We'll take requests from you guys. We're going to do music from our playlist as well as stuff that you guys send on in. So, Shatter.
I'm not
I
sure.
thought that was a vampire flick too.
I mean, I think Dracula's in this a decent amount. It starts with
Me
him,
too.
and I mean,
Ends
yeah,
with
you got to set
him.
up our human characters, but he's definitely not in it as much as he has been in like
Yeah.
Scars. So I guess I can understand if you're expecting that.
So I don't know if I could play this one with sound. So I'm gonna put the captions on and mute it because it is a watch mojo video. The 70s
Yep.
was a weird time. Most people are on drugs, so the critiques of the time don't sway me. I agree with that, and also the beginning of this whole movie. If you've never seen this one, that was probably all the critics on drugs anyway.
Yeah.
So
I need to bring in my other.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's definitely a psychedelic drug film for sure. So
yeah, I personally don't understand why any of this movie gets too much hate. It's much better than the stuff that we see today. So I don't know what the hell they're crack-a-lacking about.
I mean, they have the critics of this film, at least in my opinion, I think have antiquated thinking, and so it doesn't really apply to what we know of film by today's standards. And like you said, I would pick, if I had the opportunity to watch a modern horror film or Dracula AD 1972, I would pick the Hammer. But then I could be accused of being biased because I love Hammer. But at the end of the day, you can't tell me you're not going to have a better time watching this than you would a modern film.
ATL, we're not watching Twilight. I'm not sitting through those movies.
Oh, come on. Let's go, Team Jacob. Hell yeah. This is the flesh that gets you killed, Bella.
All right. So, do we want to see what Watch Mojo says? Their 10.
Yes. Okay. So Twins of Evil. What is
I
this?
don't know.
Number
Hold on.
10?
I'm gonna chance it, guys.
Roger UK, and
The
today
intro.
we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 Hammer horror films. Before we begin, if you enjoy
Okay,
this
thank God. I
video,
was like,
please
if that scene
subscribe
goes
for
on
more
any longer,
great
we're gonna get
content.
copyright strike for sure.
For this list, we'll be taking a terrifying look at the finest flicks from Hammer Film
Oh, that's
Productions,
Satanic Rites.
a widely celebrated
Oh, no,
British
it's not. I'm a
production
fake
company
fan. It's
famed
Critters.
for their groundbreaking efforts in the horror genre. Our picks are based on the
Sorry about
overall
that, I had to
strength
pick
of
up
the
Mr.
movie
Scrunch.
itself, as well as its legacy in film and pop culture.
The bride of chaos.
Well, since we're listening to it, we don't need the captions
The
on.
rider upon the beast. The rider upon the beast.
Secret message chat is like,
With
I
this
can't
knife,
believe
Yes.
this is so low on the list.
Do I draw out the blood, which is
Well, we're
Well,
still
we'll
in the
see
intro.
yet. Are they trying to
Number
say
10,
Brides
The Plague
of
of the
or the Devil
Zombies.
Rights Out?
10
Okay,
was
never
Plague
mind.
of Zombies. You know,
Number
everybody loved this one. Gills, I know you missed that
When
one.
a small
Okay,
Cornish
well,
village plays host
I
to
know,
a grotesque
but we'll see.
I'm still
outbreak
gonna
of the
turn this
undead,
down a
local
little
see.
more
village
so we don't
friends
get
soon
dinged.
discover that the village's
Yeah.
evil squire and his
Yeah, Plague of
pet
Zombies
voodoo
is
are
definitely not in
voodoo.
last place unless they have other
Yeah.
heavy hitters.
I'm curious. I know, like, secret message chat and
I'm gonna reserve.
Nolan was crazy about this movie too. He watched it with us.
This often underrated
I'm
movie
gonna
doesn't
reserve
receive
my
the
shit
credit
talking
it
until I
deserves
see
for its
what else.
impact on the zombie genre.
I agree with
its
that.
setting,
It doesn't
visuals,
receive the
and
credit it
overall
deserves.
tone,
It is one of the best zombie films ever
George
made.
A.
And
Romero's genre-defining
No one can
masterpiece,
make a film of
Night
this
of the
quality
Living Dead.
ever. They haven't. They've tried. The only other person that's mastered
Yes.
zombies is Romero, obviously. Like no duh. Night of the Living Dead, Day of the Dead,
I
Dawn of
do
the
think
Dead.
we have to show Fulci's City of the Living Dead, though.
Brendan Fraser's Mummy.
Number 9, Twins of Evil.
You are very beautiful.
Number. Well, okay. I have to say I do like Twins of Evil more
Yeah,
than
but I
Plague.
still don't think that would be on that
But
low
that's
on the
just
list.
because
Hammer's
Twins.
vast filmography, Twins of Evil follows the nefarious Count Constantine, an alluring vampire who plans to seduce the film's titular twin.
Sam, remember the first time I showed you this film? Oh, it's a lot scarier than you think it
When
will
one
be.
of the girls succumbs to his corruptive influence, however, it's up to their puritanical uncle, played by Hammer horror veteran Peter Cushing, to put a stop to Constantine's machinations.
So they have
once and for
Plague of
all.
Zombies
With an
as number
effectively
10. This is number 9.
performances and
Ooh.
intense
It makes me wonder what the hell they have on this list.
ranks among the absolute best of
Yeah.
Them some twins. Oh my
They're
gosh,
already showing
ATL.
some of the best in camera, and that's already at the lowest. I don't know, sir.
Number 8,
They had a
Jeff
sealed
and
copy.
Sister Hyde.
You don't think something could be
Oh, get the fuck out of here as number 8. Get
Oh
out.
my gosh, ATL.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I can't believe this one's ranked so low either. That would definitely be higher for me.
Yeah, what the
Like, that was some peak acting there.
Bro, everyone got Sister Gills
Yeah.
for this film. Get out of here.
Which reminds me, I gotta make that stream public again.
There's something wrong.
Oh yeah. Oh god.
Yes, the doilies, the doily
Violent
outfits.
and sexually charged power struggle between the two personalities makes for fun, if sometimes uncomfortable.
Yeah,
viewing,
man, it's a great
and it
one.
even manages to
Oh
incorporate
my
both
god,
Jack the
dude.
Ripper
I'm already
and
pissed
Red
off
Hair
about this list, and we
into
haven't
its
even
plot.
started.
The result is a
I was
fresh
just
and
curious. I thought it would just be a
nuanced,
good closer, a little
story.
after show after the movie tonight.
No, it is.
I like how they're just like, okay, we're just gonna ignore the
Number
laughter
7,
from the other
Vampire
room.
Lovers.
Ooh. Well,
We did not
That's a good
show
one.
this one, but this is the one you should
Yeah.
not watch with your family.
I wanted to, but it's a bit
Based on
spicy
Joseph
spice.
Sheridan Le Fanu's 1870s novella
We
Carmela,
will eventually
Vampire Lovers takes on and
we will
revives the
eventually show
traditional
this one in
Yeah.
its
blood-sucking creatures of the
its
night,
third film.
Jack
We
and
showed
Rust
you guys
tales of
technically the
redemption,
first one, which
Yeah.
is Twins of Evil.
stakes and
Why do all the
consequences,
actresses look like Judy
double check.
Garland? I don't know.
Switching the traditionally male villain with a lovely
Oh,
but
kiddo.
vicious female vampire, the film avoids feeling
He
like a
laughing?
cheap Dracula knockoff.
I like how this
Forges
nerd
its
on
own engaging
freaking YouTube is like
identity.
traditionally male villain with female villain. It's like, bro, this was written in 1776, bro.
Did you guys hear that?
The laughs?
Full of
Did you hear
blood,
that
guts,
laugh?
and of course,
Yeah.
sex appeal. It's no
All right, are they going to show it?
That
Oh,
was
thank God
Mr.
they could've waited
French's
out
first
the
laugh.
Right.
Aw.
Aw.
What the heck? He's like in his sleep.
Take me with you.
She's like, but I'm in love
That
with
one is
you.
a good movie, though.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Centered on the legendary horror duo of Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing, The Mummy follows Cushing's archaeologist John Banning as he.
This is a stream where that person said that the new Wolfman was better than
Yes.
the Mummy. That was the AI bot.
Oh my gosh, that was
Ghost House. I
awful.
swear to God.
I remember you like wigged out and everything.
For his sins, he was sentenced to remain for all time on guard near the body of his princess.
Hunted down by Karis, a mummified high priest charged with protecting the princess's remains, Banning and his colleagues tried to.
Somebody must have watched my review and went out of their way to
Probably.
troll me. That's what I refuse
It's
to
probably
believe.
like the
that movie's
director.
good.
Did they-
Yeah.
It was like, you fool.
Ugh.
Damn, do they have bras? Is this outer space? Oh my gosh, ATL.
Number 5, the Gorgon.
It has been said
I can
Yeah,
see
okay.
that.
Well, okay.
That was very good.
I mean, to be fair, I remember you were like, pick 5 to 10 Hammer films, and I ended up having to pick like 25. So this is a hard to
It
just
really
do top
is.
10. I will give this guy some credit.
The movie sees a small European village.
The Gorgon, definitely, I agree
Yes.
with him on this. This is one of the best Hammer films for sure. Even Secret Chat was like, "Yeah, this doesn't need to be."
Oh, I know, I
remade."
remember that night. Secret Message Chat's already blown. Yeah, it's the Gargan. I know everybody loved that one.
I mean, I love this. Oh yeah, I mean, I'm not mad that this is 5th place. That's for sure. But I do think Twins of Evil and Plague of Zombies is a
I
little
agree.
low. But we'll have to see what the rest
I
are.
agree.
If Brides or The Devil Rides Out is not number 1, this guy's full of
Absolutely, I
shit.
agree.
Number 4, the Curse of the Werewolf.
He's banned from the channel. Curse of the World? Yeah, I mean, that's one of my favorite werewolf films.
I remember like the Secret Message Chat was kind of iffy about that one, but somebody said that it did grow on them when they rewatched it.
This time in the werewolf subgenre.
Yeah,
Oh my
I mean,
gosh, they do.
it's a very slow burn, and I think the reason why is that we showed it after The Devil
Yeah.
Rides Out.
Maybe we probably should have
And that's
opened
kinda,
with
you know,
that. But at the
Maybe,
same
but
time,
I
I
don't
don't
know.
think it would have mattered because it's just different pacing.
Encouraging us to sympathize with Leon,
Yeah.
whose curse dates back to
I
the
think they're both
dramatic
equally as good.
circumstances surrounding
There's
his
Jack
Yeah.
Black there.
ATL says he dated a Gorgon once. She was a real stoner.
life, making
Oh,
the climax all the more
I
ATL's
bet.
out here giving
Yeah.
all the
Dun-dun.
jokes tonight.
I highly implore, if you didn't like
Whoa.
Curse of the Ooh.
Number 3.
Ooh.
That's six.
Well,
Six.
if number 2 is not like, I bet number 2 is going to be Curse of Frankenstein, and number
Oh, I
1
forgot
is
how
going to
weird
be
his
Brides
eyes
of
are.
Dracula.
Secret Message Chat says, I totally love this movie. This is what got me to really stay on the stream. It was so good. Yeah.
Oh, The Devil Rides Out? Yeah. Well, see, that's why I wanted to start with that film, because this movie is so badass. And I'm surprised it hasn't been remade with, like, photorealism
yeah.
now. And you could actually show the demons how they're drawn in the Godier and all the occult stuff. Like you could actually show Belle showing up with like the 3 heads and the spike. Like that would be nightmare.
Curse of Frankenstein number 2.
I knew it. Yeah, I
You
called
did.
it, didn't
You
I?
did.
Didn't I call it? I was like, it's gonna be Curse
But
and Brides.
I could see why.
I mean, this is what started Hammer. I mean, this is the first Hammer film. So
ATL's asking if Ghost Rider is horror.
Yeah, I would say so. Not maybe like, I would say it's like horror action, maybe.
allowing it to
depending
reimagine
on the
well-known
comic
Mary
art,
Shelley
unless you're
tale.
talking about the
Combining
films,
a
but as far
creepy
as the comic book
atmosphere with
goes,
standout
yeah, there's some
performances, this
direct
movie really
horror
stepped
Ghost
off
Rider
of
comics. Some are
Frankenstein
more thrillers,
adaptations,
action.
marking it as one
The
of the
movies
best,
are kind
most
of like
important
action
horror
horror, I would
films of
classify
its
them as,
time.
because you're still dealing with like the
Yeah.
devil and demons and monsters and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a shame they haven't done a full rated R Ghost Rider film
Dracula.
yet.
I am Dracula, and I welcome you to my
Oh,
house.
so they chose Dracula.
Apologize for
Wow.
not being here to greet you personally.
I mean,
But I'm
it's
sure you'll
not
find
a.
everything you needed.
The
I would pick
Yeah.
brides,
Hammer horror
but
film,
I
Dracula,
understand
or
them
Dracula,
picking.
Correct. Judging by
this
the
one.
rest on the
a
list that they
definitive
have
moment of vampire
chosen.
movies.
Yeah.
Starring, you guessed it, Peter
I mean,
Cushing and Christopher Lee
this
as
is,
Van Helsing
the
and
second
Mhm.
Dracula,
Hammer film,
respectively. This truly iconic
so
film
And for the
navigates
time period, you gotta
scary,
remember it came out in
dramatic,
1958, so
provocative,
it's
and
very
tense,
in your
Yeah.
all the while
face
making
for back
Dracula the
then.
most menacing he's ever been.
yeah,
thanks to
like
Lee's pitch
we would
perfect
not have
portrayal of the
modern
Count.
horror without this film or Curse of Frankenstein. And I know a lot of people in chat and secret chat preferred
Directed by
the
Thomas
sequel to
Fisher,
Frankenstein
the man
over
responsible
Curse,
for
but
many
I still
Hammers,
stand that Curse
Oh
is
yeah.
one of the best
today's winner
ones because
marks a monumental
that's what
achievement
created
in
and
horror genre films.
revitalized Gothic horror. It was the first horror film of that nature, Gothic horror film shot in color. It spawned Dracula and spawned the rest of
Yes.
Hammer. So I respect it for that regard. But I also understand why all of you liked Revenge for it being more psychological and emotional and
Yeah.
philosophical.
Absolutely.
All right. I agree and disagree
Right.
with the list.
It was kind of iffy for me. Like,
Yeah, it's. I feel like that's like the safe
yes.
list. You know what I mean? Like it's got some deep cuts, but it's also got the iconic classic ones.
Yeah.
So
Of course. What did you guys think in your message chat?
yeah, tell us what do you all think? And you know what? Honestly, if you're
Yeah,
not
go.
opposed to it, Mercy, I would like once we're done, like after we watch Quatermass in the Pit, I would like for Secret Chat and everyone else in chat, if you don't mind, rate your own top 10 Hammer films that we have shown. Like which ones did you guys all like?
Send
Let
us
us
an
know.
email and we will
I would
read them
like to know.
after we watch our final Hammer film. How about that? So you guys can save it for that.
Yeah, that.
I think that'd be fun.
Yeah, save it for that.
I'll just bring up.
Because
What?
yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I'm just. This kid is laughing for the first time, and we're catching it on stream. It's so weird. He's in he's in like a deep sleep too, so I don't even think he realizes he's doing it. Anyway, what I could do is like I'll keep like your stuff, your email private, and I'll just screenshot what you say, and I'll just put it up here like this so we can see them and talk about them. And I think that would be a great way to close out the Hammer horror. So
yeah, I do too. And
Gothic is a good movie as well.
you know, and please wait until after we show Quatermass in the Pit, because I really do think that is going to surprise a lot of you, or at least I hope it does. If it doesn't, whatever, I'll get over it. But I really think that it will surprise you all, because yeah, it's like, okay, we've seen Aliens movies before, you know, whatever. But like, I don't know, there's something about this one. I don't want to spoil it, but I think you will all dig it. In a weird way, it's like a Gothic alien film, which is kind of awkward. You know, it doesn't maybe sound right, but you'll see what I'm saying.
It looks like May just staring at Gill-boy's icon like, hey, baby, what's up? Two questions.
Yeah, I know.
One is tomatoes. 1 second. ATL. I believe it's, hold on. I got it here. August 9th at 9 p.m. Eastern, and tomorrow night's stream is at 9 p.m. Eastern as well. All of our streams are at 9 p.m. Eastern. So tomorrow night we have a music live stream. You guys have requested, so secret message chat. I know you're usually here for movies, but I hope you guys come back for tomorrow night and share some of your favorite songs. And we're gonna react to them and talk about them and all that good stuff. So it's gonna be fun. You guys mentioned you wanted to learn more of the music side of us, so it's interesting for us because me and Gil's kind of like similar music, but also have a different taste as well. And then Mage is a completely different music taste than me. So it's really cool to see what we all share, and then we're gonna take your requests. So this is gonna be really fun. And then after that, on June 20th, we have episodes 7, 8, and 9 of The Strain, and to filling in for Rez as a guest host, she is coming back, guys. But as a guest host, we have Horror Miser Monty G, and he does really great reviews and reactions to horror trailers and everything like that.
I see he's got an epic photo with
Yes,
Sir
he
Robert
does.
England there.
So he has seen The Strain, but I told him not to spoil it for you guys because a lot of you guys have not, and that you guys haven't. So it's gonna be really fun to have him here as well to share his insight after we watch the episode. And I thought that would be a really great guest for us to have.
Yeah, it's gonna
And
be
I know
awesome.
like next weekend is Friday, Saturday stream as well. I think like what happened is like I know it's usually every other Friday, but because we moved some stuff around in the past, I forgot to look this far ahead and move things around. So I'm sorry, guys.
It's
But
fine.
I'm really looking forward to doing the 7, 8, and 9 because then we only
Yeah.
have 10, 11, 12, and then 13 of the Strain season 1. We will be in season 2 by the fall, which is perfect. And then the final 2
Yes, it
seasons
is.
just have 10 episodes, so we can just do 2 episodes a thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I look forward to it. I did get a hold of Rez. She did reach out to me. She's going to be
Yeah.
coming back next month, every other weekend. So that's going to be her schedule. ATL says, well, here, hold on. I gotta scroll down because it's going too fast.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
So I just have a question. Like for tomorrow, we each get to bring.
what's that? You
Your
kind of
mic's
cut out,
messed
my
up.
friend.
We get to songs that we are going to bring, right? And then the rest request, or how's that working?
Yeah, we
Again.
can pick a couple songs ourselves that we want to share with everybody, and then we're going to take requests from the chat to see what our viewers listen to, so they could share with us, and we can react and review, and just hang out with them. It's just
Awesome.
basically like a hangout where we like thank you guys for coming, and let's share some music styles.
Yeah.
I already know 2 songs I'm going to
Perfect.
pick, and I know one song everyone's going to love to listen to the whole thing. So don't worry.
Was that sarcasm or?
No, it's true. It's a great song. It's experimental, and if you don't like it, you're just not as cool as me.
Yeah,
Oh, I
it's
can't
gonna be
wait.
so
It's
much
gonna
fun
be so much
because
fun
like we
tomorrow.
have people from all over the world now that come into our movie stream. So this is the best way to just hang out with everybody and just learn more about our viewers as well and have them more involved. So we figured once a month we'll do a music stream for you guys, and if anything in the future,
Come hang out with us.
what we'll do is we'll have the music reactions be the after show to our Saturday night movies. In the future, that way everybody can attend, and we don't get behind on the movie showings for the people that just want movies. It'll even out. So it'll be a lot of fun. I look forward to tomorrow night. I hope Gary can come. I know I scared him earlier with some information with ghosts and spooky stuff. But I hope that there's a lot of bandmate that I have not reacted to. I know Gills, you're not too familiar with them, right? Bandmate.
I mean, as far as like what we've already talked about on the channel and seen, but so far I love it. So
Gills.
If we do more bandmate tomorrow night,
Oh,
I'm
we
not going to be
probably are
disappointed. That's
because
for
I'm
sure.
pretty sure their
absolutely.
fans are
I
gonna
love
come watch
Japanese
the
metal.
So 80 and ATL and everybody are gonna have a great time with you, introducing you more to them. Since Mage and I have seen a few more, but they're gonna have a field day with you. So be prepared that you're probably gonna see a lot.
I'll be myself tomorrow.
I'm ready. I'm fine.
Yes,
I like
also will be on screen tomorrow for the reaction side.
Yeah, I'll be on screen tomorrow
that's the
too
whole
for
point
you
of
guys. I might be an icon for the first part, but
well, Chris will be awake tomorrow to watch Mr. Scrunch. Poor guy had to work 12 days straight, so he's
that's crazy.
He's chilling out. So I had Mr. Scrunch today, and I just don't want him on my live stream. I
absolutely
just gonna wear the actual
you
mask
should and just sit there and not say anything. Just stare at people.
Yeah, I know. Just and then it'll be even better with the songs I pick because they're gonna be like, what?
Yes. But yeah, guys, I think tonight, because I have Mr. Scrunch, we're probably gonna head out now. We did reach the 2-hour mark. Tomorrow night we can, stream as long as we really want to until we're too tired to stream anymore, I suppose. And just
Yeah. I hope you all
Yeah,
come
I
and
wanna-
hang out with us tomorrow. It's going to be a different stream, but it'll be fun. It's just going to be us chilling and being nerds. and
laid
movie
back,
fans, so
sharing
come hang out.
music, talking music, and we just want to hang out with you guys and thank you guys for just coming to chill with us and supporting our channels when you can. Especially those that are in different time zones. We really appreciate you, especially the ones that are overseas there. I mean, gosh, it's insane that you guys come here. So thank you so much, and thank you so much for watching the replays. Thank you so much for checking out Gill's stream. Also, don't forget Mage and his wife also stream, so take a look at their stuff too if you get a chance. And thank you so much for growing this community. We are growing just like a year, and Mage and I actually found out the birthday of these streams when they just first started is July 1st. Now, July 1st is on a Tuesday.
Oh!
So,
oh,
we can't do anything on our birthday. So, we're either going to celebrate the weekend before or the weekend
Or
after.
Like how many years it has been?
Yeah, because Friday's July 4th.
Yeah. And Saturday 7/5 is the Munsters. So we're kind of technically celebrating with Rob Zombie's Munsters.
2023
You know what? I
is
feel
when
like
we
that's
started
perfect
this.
because
Me too.
we're leaving Hammer and into Rob Zombie's Munsters, which is a celebration of Hammer. So I think it'll be awesome.
So if you guys don't remember, I know some of you do remember because you guys have been here from the beginning. The first movie I ever exposed Mage to was The Beyond.
Yeah.
Oh my god. The Italian film?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Are you okay, Mage?
I'm good.
Still
Actually, it's not
so
bad.
I guess so.
Gills, I will show you the replay of that, and you can watch it at your leisure. And you have to watch his face because he was just like, "Oh."
That ending is actually pretty Lovecraftian too. Like it is. That's a good film, right there.
And
that's the one with the creepy ass spider scene too, right?
Yes, it is.
Oh my god! Yeah, I almost turned that shit off when I watched it.
You should have seen his face
so bad.
Oh my gosh, she's still laughing.
The gore in that too is like, I mean, you could tell it's fake, but it's still like aged well for like
absolutely.
It wasn't that bad.
Time. Like that's a phenomenal film.
So it was really funny because he's never
Good night,
seen
80.
anything like that. Good night, 80. Thank you for being here, my friend.
Good night, 80. Also, 80, before you leave, something happened and I can't, and it's probably because maybe I have to have a 3D TV or 3D something, but that 3D creature from the Black Lagoon did not work. So I don't know. Maybe it's something I'm doing wrong or whatever. I don't know. I guess we could talk about it later, but I just wanted to let you know. But also, thank you for getting me all those other creature films because me and the wife are going to be binge watching them soon.
Yes, and we'll also be showing them on the stream as
well
soon. So I can't wait.
I'm going to probably get a little emotional. But
I figured you would. We did show you Discount Dad when it's alive.
Yeah, I know. Oh my god.
But also,
I will. I love Italian zombie films. They're great.
Be careful of that one though.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh my. This isn't the zombie films I grew up with.
Yeah. We have to show City of the Living Dead though, because that's a wonderful zombie film where there's actually a storyline to it and it's so unique. And I think Mage, you'll like it a lot, and it might inspire you to like be creative in that filming way, even with what you got. Like I know you don't have a barn anymore, but like it would probably great, like in some way inspire. It's really good.
Also, and a cool fun fact, the band Ghost has a T-shirt where they took that iconic movie poster and they made it into like a band shirt for them. So it's like really cool. I remember seeing, I was like, wait a minute, that's the City of the Dead movie poster. Wow.
Yeah. So it's gonna be really fun. I'm looking forward to this. I'm also looking forward to bringing in like, we're going to be starting every other Friday, we're going to be doing a modern horror, and then Saturdays will be for our like weird, classic horror, vintage horror, retro, all that kind of stuff, B movies and stuff. That way we get some of Mage's requests in as well.
Yeah.
Because I don't want
I
to.
can't wait to watch The
clogging
Conjurings
this.
with you all. It's
I
gonna be
know, me
awesome.
too. Because
I can't wait.
I haven't really watched them in a long time, so it'd be really nice to rewatch it with you guys and the secret message chat and everybody in our chat here. Ben may have a couple spooky bit written. I know y'all did that. Have you done dice? I believe I've done dice. It's been a while. It's been a while. I think I did.
I think I did
It's been a
dice.
while.
Yes, it's been a while.
I haven't seen Dice. I have
Yeah.
seen Rin. That song went hard.
So we're definitely going to have to showcase Bandmade for Gills tomorrow, guys. So
Yeah.
I know you guys won't let Bandmade down. So get your favorite songs ready for Gills so we can show Gills some Bandmade,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
Maybe one day Bandmade will come on the panel and watch a movie with us.
They should.
That'd be cool.
They
That would
should.
be cool. We should rock out.
Yeah. But with that, guys,
Watch
think
the sadness with them. I'm sure that's. Oh, God.
I think we're gonna head out for tonight.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
That's too far.
I'm super hyper, and I wish I could go longer tonight. But because I'm excited to be on the stream with you guys.
Yeah.
But tomorrow night we'll be
nice.
able to actually kick back and chill out, and actually we can talk about anything, almost the music tomorrow. I'm really excited about this. We will have to pause a little bit throughout our reactions, like reaction videos. So please don't take that bad. But I don't want our stream to get taken down.
Yeah.
And I have spoken to YouTube about this to do this. Okay, so the person
We should be safe.
Yeah, the person told me we should be fine as long as we treat it within fair use. So
right.
How many songs do we get?
talk.
Do we get 3 songs or we get 2? How many we get?
I don't know. I was just gonna wing it tomorrow.
Okay, I at least have 3 songs I know I'm going to bring.
Yeah.
One of them is a very special song, and
Nice.
I can't wait to show you all because
I have some more Faith No More I want to show Mage. So
Faith No More is great.
Oh yeah.
Is it just going to be that one song that everybody only knows or whatever?
No,
Epic?
fuck that. No, I actually
It's still
like
a
the
good
band.
song.
Oh, it is. But I actually like I actually like the band. So I actually
I like
all of them.
I like Midlife Crisis by them
Me
too.
too.
A lot.
Oh my god, that's so great when he does that. Okay, yeah. DM me a couple and we'll get this going for Gills. Gills, you're gonna get schooled on Bandmade because it's their favorite.
My body is ready.
I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. Thank you guys so much for coming and enjoying this groovy disco Dracula with us. And I hope it didn't scare you too much. Secret message chat says they're all working on their Hammer horror list already. You guys have to wait until you see Quartermass.
Yeah. Please wait because I have a feeling that you guys are either gonna really like that film or you're gonna just be like, "Why the hell did you show us that one, Gill?"
Yeah.
How dare you? There's gonna be no in between. I feel like.
Somebody
And
said,
to be fair, it is part 3 out of 2, and we will eventually show you the first 2.
yes.
But the first 2 are in black and white, and you can argue that the one we are going to show is kind of like a reboot, anyways. But you'll see.
I missed it, but the stream was up the whole time. Well, thanks, Guy.
Well, thanks,
See you
guy.
tomorrow. Yeah, we'll be live tomorrow,
come hang
Guy,
out
if you want to support
tomorrow.
us. We're doing a music stream, so if you have any songs that you want us to react to, let us know. So we'll be here.
Please do.
9 p.m. Eastern. All right, guys.
I hope we just get spammed with nothing but like freaking Mozart and Chopin and stuff. Classical music.
We have a secret message chat said before you go, Gills. After watching The Reptile, I'm pretty sure that the last movie isn't going to be as bad as that one.
That's fair. Yeah, I will definitely have to agree with you there that Quatermass in the Pit is far superior to The Reptile. And that's coming from somebody that loves The Reptile. So.
Yes.
You're welcome. I
showed
showed
Ninja Vampires.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mage has been laughing about that since we showed it.
No, but if y'all are a fan of like Tommy Knockers, you're really gonna see how Stephen King's a hack when we show Quatermass in the Pit. That's for sure. Or excuse me, a homage.
Yes.
Writer. Sorry.
Yes.
I love you, Stephen King.
All right, guys. We'll see you again tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern. I look forward to it. I'm excited.
Yes.
To see all that stuff. Well, Guy, don't worry about it. Even if you just pop by and give us a like. we'll appreciate, or watch the replay when it's
Yeah.
up. That'll help us out a lot. Watching
Put us on while you
replays.
do D&D, man.
Yeah.
Right.
What are you? Are you a paladin? Or are you a mage? What are you? Come on, man. You gotta
No,
at
I'm
least
a
let us
mage.
know. Yeah. The last time I played D&D, I was like this weird paladin from the sea. And every time I would like kill something, I'd be like, for the cloven sea. And the rest of my group was like, what does that mean? And I'm like, I don't know. But I had like low intelligence, so it made sense. So that's a fun game. So I hope you have fun tomorrow, guy.
Yes. Have fun, everybody.